Yeah. Yeah. Sir, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. You are not gonna ruin my vibe, sir. Fatal Crest, we are not late. We're actually early, because I put the time for like 45, and I was like, no, we're gonna do it live. We're doing it live! Fucking on my damn groove, goddamn it, Fatal Crest. I'm sending the ninjas after you, sir. Yeah, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You know, and it doesn't know, we're not talking about and if a girl calls you daddy, it doesn't count. Okay. In Brazil, Father's Day is August 11th. I did hang out with my family anyway because I don't need no holiday to do that. That's fair. Thank you, Paulo. Appreciate you, everybody working in. I appreciate everybody coming in, and that's going to be filing in, whether it's going to be later or not. I appreciate it. I welcome everybody in. For those of y'all that see the title, we're going to have some fun today. We're going to do something a little bit different. You know, something that I've been wanting to do anyway. I've been wanting to get people in and have conversations with, you know, have a good time with and chill and vibe. You know, none of that extra dumbass drama shit, you know, that dumb shit. You feel me? We got a special guest in here today. You feel me? He's been doing his thing, and I am happy to have him here. I'm glad he reached out to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only MugenLord in the building. MugenLord. Wait, wrong screen. There we go. MugenLord, how you doing? How you living? How you feeling? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, and I was hoping to be able to just link up with you. We've been talking on and off on Twitter and everything, so it's pretty cool that I'm here now that we can actually have a discussion, a conversation live with everybody else to be able to check us out. So
Yeah,
appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Indeed, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I know you've been a busy man. I know you've been doing a whole lot. I've been doing a whole lot. I've been fighting off the yes, it is Spades. It is the man, the myth, the homie MugenLord. Yes, it is. Ace of Spades. Yes, one of you should check him out, man. He's actually he's a really good animator, and I've known Spades for years. Deuce tutorials helped me in getting down with Mugen. Oh, really? Oh, really? So, okay. I guess
everybody recognizes me because of the tutorials.
Yeah,
that's what I'm known for.
It is crazy because I met him off of something else, a video that he posted, and I saw a video that he posted that was like, "Yo, this dude's actually making some sense." And yeah, hey, I'm happy. I'm happy. See Mugen. Look at this. Look at me bringing people together. I love it. Way better than that drama shit that we're gonna talk about in a minute. But but tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Moshi, good, welcome in. Good to see you. How you doing? You know, you can go ahead and tell people about yourself, man. Go ahead.
Oh my God. I guess I'll first start. Of course, I'm a YouTuber. My name is MugenLord, and the reason why it's called MugenLord because I started a YouTube channel that focuses on Mugen. If you don't know what Mugen is pretty much a fighting game engine. It's I wouldn't say open source, but it's a free fighting game engine that allows you to create your own fighting games. You can import, export characters, screen packs, stages, add your own music and everything. And I started out on that back in 2006 or 2007. I've been around YouTube for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, same.
And so my name I had pretty much had blown up for the simple fact was that one day I had posted up a video, and this is after I started getting big off my tutorials. I had about like 300 subscribers at that time, and one day I had posted up a video of Mega Man Battle Network character versus Cosmos from Xenosaga fighting one another, and I had posted a link so you can download the characters. And if you don't know anything, Mugen back in the day, it was very, very strict as far as like the community because there were some Mugen forums. One of the biggest forums back then was Mugen Infantry, and then it was Infinity Mugen after that. But Mugen Infantry was like one of the biggest Mugen forums at the time. And they would police the Mugen community. They would literally go to every YouTube video and ask if you had permission to upload characters like or make videos with characters that you're using in in your build or whatever like that.
Wow, that's
And
crazy.
me, I'm like, what kind of crap is that?
Yeah.
Well, they came to my page and they saw the Mega Man Battle Network and Cosmos, and they asked if I got permission from the author to use these characters and make videos about them. I was like, I mean, y'all get the hell out of here with that. You know, it's my YouTube channel and stuff like that. Plus, the author isn't ain't Capcom or Bandai Namco. These are regular guys in their basements coding these characters. They don't own the properties to any of these characters. So yeah, they got upset at it and they flagged the link that I had in the description where you can the links you could download the characters. They flagged it as child pornography. They all did like a massive flag. So YouTube took my channel from me, and I had to argue with YouTube, say, yo, this is not child pornography. This is actual links to these characters that I'm using and stuff. So YouTube gave my channel back and everything. After that, I went through a whole argument with them.
Oof.
And for some strange reason, I don't know what it was, every time I upload a video, Mugen Infantry, like their crew would just come on and just keep attacking me. So what they did was they started taking my videos and they was posting in their forums, and they was posting in the forums to make fun of me. But the video that I made, which was my first like face reveal video, because people didn't know what I looked like at the time, but I did a face reveal video, like responding to what Mugen Infantry was doing to me and stuff. And while these guys called themselves clowning me and making fun of me or whatever like that, there was people in the forum that secretly agreed with everything that I was saying. So these guys were actually advertising me. So every video I would post, they would post it on Mugen Infantry, and it was just funneling people over to my side. Before you knew it, I was like 1,500 subscribers, like within like 5, maybe 6 hours, and then my subscriber count just started growing really, really fast. And that's how I got a name for myself besides my Mugen tutorials. And Mugen tutorials just added on top of that. But ever since then, man, I just blew up. And then once I went to college and got out of college or whatever, I decided to shift my channel to gaming. I'm a gamer. I love playing video games and stuff like that. Same. And you know, being a one-trick pony, which is just focusing just on Mugen and stuff. You know, as you become a YouTuber and you go through all the your time as a content creator, sometimes your taste change, or you get older and you just want to move away from things. So I just didn't want to be stuck as a Mugen content creator. I wanted to actually branch out and expand and start covering gaming and stuff, since I love gaming. So I started just doing gaming news and everything like that. And during the time I graduated from college, Gamergate just happened. I graduated 2014, so Gamergate just happened. So I come home from college and the whole YouTube dynamic changed, because I took a hiatus from YouTube after I became a dad. I dropped out of college for a little bit, became a dad, and then went back to college and then graduated. Gaming, the YouTube landscape changed, the social dynamic changed and stuff like that, and the whole Gamergate thing. I was around when Gamergate, this whole thing blew up. So that's when gaming started to change and stuff like that. And I was really upset about it. And I would voice my opinions, amongst my community, like on Facebook and stuff like that. But I never made like culture war videos itself. I never made any videos to monetize off of my culture war stuff. But I've always been doing it on Facebook. And I wasn't really on Twitter yet. It was more so on Facebook. And then once Discord came out, I really started stepping up and heating things up with the culture war conversations with my Discord community. And then when YouTube was able to do live streaming, that's when I really poured it on with my live stream segments called Real Talk, where I'll be talking for maybe 4 to 5 hours with my audience about this stuff. But that's when I decided, I started noticing YouTube was I guess shadow ban me, because a lot of my viewers wasn't getting any of my notifications. They wasn't getting any of my videos and stuff. And I noticed my views started dipping more and more. And I was like, I got frustrated. So I was like, you know what, man? Once we got to around this time, when I started seeing how Western studios depict women in video games and stuff like that. I was already talking about it. Yeah, I was already talking about it on my streams and my Discord or whatever like that. So I was like, you know what, man? I never did a video about it. Let me do a video about it. And the whole thing was, when I said to myself, I said to myself, like, yo, this video is going to be big. But big in my head mean like 5,000 views. That's how big I was thinking. But my God, I posted that video, and my whole goal was, I said, when I make this video, this video is going to be so impactful and people's going to resonate with this video, that to the point where other content creators can't ignore me. They have to acknowledge me when I make this video. And I said, and this is what I said. I said I want Asmon Gold to see this video. I want Melanie Mac to see this video. Razor Fist to see this video. Solid Rev. I want everybody to see this video. Yellow Flash, everybody. I want everybody to see this video. And I went with that intent. And before you knew it, the video blew up. Asmon Gold shared it. Then Melanie Mac shared it.
Yeah.
And then Razor Fist started sharing my videos. Then Solid Rev started sharing my stuff. And then people, all their communities, everybody just started flooding my page. And before you knew it, I'm at 23,000 subscribers. I went from 12,000 to 23,000 subscribers.
Nice.
In a matter of like 3-4 months, or whatever like that, and it's still growing.
That's what's up. I like that, and that's good. Like honestly, I'm glad that we need to have discussions like this. And so you gave an earful. So let me go to the chat real quick. Code J Man says, "Yo, what's up, MugenLord?"
That's my boy. He's one of my members, one of my Discord members. Yeah.
So I figured you would know that because I figured you would because I could tell by the by his topic. So that's why I wanted to give him time. Disparity, thank you for coming in. Fatal Crest, thank you. Oh yeah, you were talking to him. RPX, thank you for coming in. But yes, Western Studios do want to get an own on men so bad that they're willing to destroy women. Exactly. We're gonna get to that part in a minute. We're gonna get to that because we got a whole lot to unpack. But yeah, we want to go back a little bit because you mentioned something about Mugen because I dabbled in it. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't really have a lot of people that were like willing to like actually sit down and talk with me about it. Like I really want to, I low key actually want to kind of go back now that we're talking about it. I want to go back to Mugen and actually kind of like figure out some stuff. So when you were doing Mugen, were you doing like the entire like? Did you do all of it together, or because I know there's like certain things you like. Were you like? Was there a thing that you were good at? Like, say you were good at the coding, you were good at the artwork, or you know.
All right, good question. I like that because Mugen. That's the thing about Mugen. Like some people are like good at specific things about Mugen and stuff like that. Some people are good at creating characters. Yeah. Some people are good at creating screen packs. Screen packs is like the character select screen, the option screen, the portraits and stuff like that. Right. And then you have people that's good with the coding when creating the characters and stuff like that. Yeah. Now, where I come in, I had learned from this guy named Dark Cypher Lucius. He was the one that was teaching me how to create screen packs. And in fact, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can type in MugenLord screen pack or something like that. I actually did a work in progress. I was actually building my own screen pack, showing you all the things that I've done. So I was going to work on a big Mugen project of my own, but I wanted to start off with something that's a little bit easier than work my way into the hard parts and stuff. Yeah. And the screen pack was one of them. I was getting the screen pack. I learned how to create my own portraits using Photoshop and then put the character portraits in. I was doing the whole 9 yards. And then once I found out how I was able to put video in my screen pack, I actually have like a video playing itself, which is a bunch of different images flicking to make actual animation and stuff like that. Yeah. Dark Cypher Lucius taught me all those things. So I took the knowledge that I learned and then applied it. And what happened was I ended up getting a virus on my laptop and I lost everything. And that's what frustrated me. And I was already in the process of creating my first character because Dark Cypher Lucius, he was showing me piece by piece how to make characters. If you also check out my character work in progress that I did on my YouTube channel, that I was in the works of making a character and stuff like that. So I was learning piece by piece. But most of the credit goes to my college friend, Sir Science, because he was the one who actually brought Mugen to my room. And the thing is, I knew about Mugen back in 1990, back when I was in middle school. Like I was like 5th or 6th grade, back when Mugen was on Mugen DOS, or whatever like that. But I didn't have a computer at the time when I was younger. So it wasn't until college where I actually got involved. Because the thing about Mugen is, I love like to flex my creative juices. I love to create. That's why I love creative writing. Ever since I was young, I like to create. I just have an imagination. I just like to write stories and stuff like that. So that's why I got into RPG Maker community because I love RPGs.
I remember that. I remember that. Oh man, that was another one I kind of dabbled into as well. Oh shit.
I love RPGs. The genre first. It's RPGs, then it's fighting games. So I dabbled in RPG Maker first, and then I used to take my stories that I used to write and then try to make them into RPGs. The thing was, like, I was young, my mind is always jumping all over the place, so I never finished a project. But then when Mugen came, when I went to college, my friend Sir Science, he had on a thumb drive and he just booted it up. He showed me how to install characters, He showed me all these things. So all the things that Star Science taught me, I just turned around and just turned them into tutorials. Whatever he taught me, I made it into a tutorial to teach the community. Because the problem about the Mugen community is it's so fragmented as far as information. Because when people jump into it, they don't even know where to start. They're like, all right, how do I install characters? But when you go to the Mugen forums, the information is all over the place because you have like pages, like in forums, especially like forums sound old.
Yeah.
Most people don't use forums anymore. But back in the day, when you go to forums, some forums have pages on top of pages, and some of these Mugen forums, like Mugen Infantry and Mugen Infinity, these pages like 500 pages and stuff. So you had to go through all these pages just to find what you're looking for. And if you wanted to create a character, you have so many different people making character tutorials, and they're never like step 1 or step 2. One will teach you how to create hitboxes, and then somebody else would have something about hurt boxes, and the information is all over the place. So my place became a hub. Yeah, my place became a hub for Mugen information, like tutorials, the basics. I wanted to give people the basics, and that's where my subscriber count come from. Still to this day, people still comment on my old ass tutorials because they still work to this very day. I got a playlist and everything. You can go to my tutorials. It still works the same way and everything. So yes, that's what got people into it. I show people how to install characters, what sites to go to, how to add music, how to change the sizes of characters and stuff. I got you into the basics. But where do I come in? Well, I was just more so like a content creator. What I used to do was, since I said I love to create stories and stuff like that, I used to create stories. It was a story called Mugen EX Fighters. So I actually had a storyline, with the Capcom characters fighting against, the Marvel characters and stuff. And they had dialogue. I used to create my own dialogue boxes and stuff like that. And I used to add like cutscenes into it. Like I used to take rip scenes from like Street Fighter Alpha anime, or I used to like rip stuff from like the X-Men cartoon and throw them in there. So people used to just tune into that series itself. And then people love my dream matches. It was the dream matches, like the combinations of characters that I used to have fight against one another. That's what got me big. But it was the Mugen Infantry beef that I had that blew me up. And that's when my father came in and said, son, have you ever thought about doing a TV show about Mugen? That's where Mugen TV come in. Where I actually highlight creators and everything, and interview creators, or highlight new characters and stuff like that. So I used to have segments. I used to have a green screen behind me and stuff, and I was the only one at the time. And that's why I kind of kicked myself in the ass, because if I would have continued down that path, I probably would have had 1 million subscribers by now, because I was the only one doing it. I had the green screen. This is back during the old YouTube era. There's no one in my space doing it. I dominated the Mugen space. But as you get a girlfriend, you get older and stuff, you get distracted. Got distracted with my girlfriend, who eventually became my baby mom, and then I just was going through things with her, and I just pretty much stepped away from YouTube or whatever like that for like 2 years. I was going for 2 years. Because I ended up going back to college after I became a dad, and me and her ended up breaking up, and my daughter ended up living with me and my parents. So my parents took care of her while I went to college and finished my last 2 years of college, and I got me a bachelor's degree in business administration. So once I came back, Gamergate started. The whole YouTube landscape had changed
completely,
and most of my YouTube subscribers, they were all, mostly everybody was going. So I was stuck with like 8,000 or maybe 10,000 subscribers, but I'm only bringing in like 200 views because mostly everybody had left. So I had to pretty much like
start from scratch
all over again. I had to start from scratch all over again.
So you were doing so you were basically making a story. Wow, that's crazy. And I will agree with you on something. You said something that's real key. Because when I started trying to figure out Mugen, that's why that would stop me. Right, was the fragmented information. And that's what turned me off. It was like, God, dog, bro. I couldn't, I just wanted to know where to get started. And it was like, and it was some of the information that I was getting was just like, it didn't really hit the spot that, it didn't, and I didn't even know of you at the time. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Because one of the things that also got me too was, especially within the past, I think it was, I would say a few years ago, it was damage scaling. How people figured out damage scaling. And I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Like, how did they figure this shit out? Like the math behind that shit. Like, what did they fucking do? Like, how did they figure that shit out?
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. The Mugen had so much fucking potential, but like I said, Another thing too is like I learned that just because you got the knowledge doesn't make you a good teacher. Because there's
Yeah,
people out
yeah,
there who wants to show you but can't teach you at all. They can't teach for shit.
yeah,
So like when you do find tutorials, and the thing is like tutorials take skills. Because the
yeah,
thing is, a lot of people when I did find tutorials on YouTube, these people when they teach you stuff, they teach you under assumption that you already know the things that's here, like in
yeah,
Fighter Factory.
yeah,
They pretend, they act like you already know what this button do or what this interface and how this stuff. I'm like, how did you do that? How did you bring this up? They don't explain none of that.
yeah,
So why my YouTube videos and tutorials resonated with people, because I start from scratch. I teach you the basics. What does what? You
yeah,
click on this, it does this. So
yeah.
you
I
got
need
to have
that.
an understanding, and I constantly repeat myself. I said, remember, guys, I constantly keep repeat. I want to reinforce that information. I
Right.
want
So
to
people
reinforce
get
that
it.
knowledge
So people will
so
get
people
it.
can get it. So that's why
Yeah.
people, yeah. So people started calling me like the Black Maximilian of like Mugen and stuff like that, because like I was the go-to source. I was the
Mm,
go-to Mugen source at that time. But I will tell you one thing: around like 2010, maybe 2011, that was the golden era of Mugen. That's when they
yeah.
came out with the tag patch, where you was able to patch your characters and use the tag team function like Marvel vs. Capcom. You was
Yeah.
able to tag your characters in and out. But there was also still some problems because some characters weren't compatible, which means you did have to know some coding. So you was able to go in there and code the characters manually to fix certain things,
Okay.
that the patch couldn't fix. So you had
Mm,
that, and then we started getting to the Mugen 1.1, where they started having the zoom in and zoom out feature,
mm,
like SNK games and stuff like that.
okay.
We sort of come out with
Okay.
we sort of come out with all these new features and stuff around like 2010, 2011. I think that was the best era of Mugen. That was the best time to get into it. But yeah, man, finding that information, how to get started, was a pain in the ass. And I said, yo, I was frustrated. I don't want people to go through the things that I went through. And the thing
Yeah.
was, I would have blown up even more if I was able to complete a character, because after that Darkseid for Lucius, he disappeared. He never got a
Mm,
chance. He showed me how to incorporate like projectiles and stuff. He showed me how to do the hurt boxes and everything. He was teaching me step by step. And I think that's what also happens once you become a big YouTuber.
yeah.
Everybody wants to help you. Because
Yeah.
no one wanted to help me before. But once I started growing in numbers, that's when everybody started coming out of the woodwork. Say, hey, MugenLord, need help
Yeah.
with something? I can show you how to do this and I can show you how to do that. And I was like, sure. I took advantage of it. Show me how to do this. Because if you show me how to do this, I'm able to show other people how to do it. And
Right.
it will help the community. If everybody know how to create characters, because the thing is, only a handful of people was able to create characters. And that's when you start creating this like a like class, like
Yeah.
this hierarchy. Because, some like character creators, some of them are like divas, like some of them are like really, really elite. Like
Yeah.
they cream of the crop. They act like they're more superior because they know how to create content for
Yeah.
the community itself. So in order to get out of that, I wanted to start having people be able to create characters of their own, so they don't have to suck somebody's ass or whatever like that to get things out of them and stuff like that, and you have to deal with that stuff. You're able to create your own stuff and contribute to the community. So that was the whole plan. But after I graduated, I kind of like shifted away. I did some Mugen content, but it
Yeah.
wasn't heavily Mugen. That was a mixture of gaming and Mugen. And I haven't done Mugen in a long time, but people keep
Same.
asking like, Mugen when are you ever going to see some Mugen content again? So I'm gonna surprise everybody and one day upload a Mugen video or something like that at some point.
Right, right, exactly. Hey, do it.
Mhm.
Spade says this. Ace of Spades was saying 1.1 was the last updated Mugen 2. He said, "Now that's crazy. What's crazy is we have Mugen Archive where people will take your characters and put it on the archive, and it's just wild without giving the proper credit of who made the character for the game. That's true. That is
Yeah.
totally true. We
Well,
got a
we
lot of
also
that
have
now.
yeah. We also have a problem too. Like some people don't even know what the authors are sometimes. Like some of them I have rare characters because people still asking, how did you get that character? I mean, I have rare characters that I found back then that I have a big folder. I have an external hard drive just for Mugen characters and
Ooh-wee.
resources and stuff like that.
Mm,
But yeah, man, sometimes it's just some characters that's just so old or so buried that some people don't even know where the source had come from at times too, or whatever like that. But the problem is Mugen is stagnant because Electbyte, the creators, these dudes they didn't make it open source. So when
yeah,
those guys they come and go, the creators they
yeah,
will put out a new update and disappear for like 7 years. You don't hear nothing from them. So
yeah,
like that's the problem. If it was open source, Mugen would be a lot farther. We could be
mm,
having some Arc System works type of shit right now from creators and stuff. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But that those when those guys disappear, you're not getting anything out of Mugen as far as like updating and evolving it. So
Yeah.
we have a Mugen clone called Eichmann. So people started moving to Eichmann. Eichmann
Yeah.
is like Mugen but better because now you can have online. You can play people online with Parsec
Okay.
and stuff like that, and it's fun as hell, and it has a lot of other features that you can do with Eichmann. So a lot of people have been moving over to Eichmann because it's similar to Mugen. You move all your stuff over there, and you better create more projects, and it's open source, so more people can just design and develop for it, and everything like that. But yeah, man, like it's sad. Like Mugen has potential, but we can't do nothing unless the creators put out a new update.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
is true. That is true. And like I said, I wanted to get into it, and I wanted to do like, because I had an idea for a fighting game somewhere, and it was like I forgot how I had it, but I wanted to, like I said, one of the things that kind of intrigued me was like the damage part, like
Mm-hmm.
how they figure out the damage scaling,
Damn
because
scaling. Yeah,
like
yeah.
and how certain characters work. Because I know I guess a lot of it was done per character.
Yeah, per
Um,
character, every character has their own what you call them. Like when you go to Fighter Factory, when you
yeah,
open the character up, it has all their data, it has all their information.
yeah,
So within Fighter Factory, you're able to figure out those formulas and stuff like that for like damage scaling and stuff like that.
right, and that was like crazy how some of them just came to do it. Because what I tried to do at one point, because I think I still got Fighter Factory. I got to double check to see if it works.
Hmm.
I may have to do that. Maybe we have to sit down, and whenever you get a chance, we'll probably whenever you're not busy doing your thing, I probably have to look into it and be like, man, I need to start from scratch, or maybe I'll just go find one of your older videos. And I was just like, because that's one of the things that really just kind of like, I was like, yo, that's crazy how they just figured that shit out. How like
Hmm.
there are certain characters that of course they had it to where like they was just like combos were like fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you do a basic 3-hit combo and you're already like fucking, damn near half health. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And of course it doesn't help that there were some characters that were intentionally busted. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
There was like I had like a Holy Kin at one point, but he was
Hmm.
like fucking busted. That was the other thing that got me too, was the AI
Oh,
thing, figuring out
jeez.
how the AI would work in a situation like that. And I was like, yo, that's
Yeah, I was learning AI as did I do an AI tutorial? Because Dark Side Revolution was teaching me AI as well, how to make the AI work and stuff like that. Because for me, like playing Mugen by myself is not
yeah,
fun because all the characters I have are like their AI is fucking ridiculous. Like they're doing all kinds of crazy combos on you. You can't breathe and everything like that.
yeah.
I'm like, how can I play a proper arcade mode when I can't even play? Because these NPCs, the CPU is just effing destroying me, doing these crazy ass combos, and I can't do anything and stuff like that. So I more so play locally with like people I know and stuff, and
Mm,
I have a good time. I even posted some of those videos too, me playing with my friends and playing with my brothers and stuff like that.
yeah,
And then the matches that I do post, I do CPU versus CPU and stuff for people who want to see
yeah,
those type of dream matches
yeah.
and
Those are
everything
normally
like that.
good.
And another thing too, I did too. I think that got everybody involved too. I used to do Mugen missions. I still
Mm,
have those on there. Mugen missions is pretty much I would have like a avatar that would pop up on screen, and they would give you a mission like do pick I'll give you the character. These are the characters you have to use. You have to
right.
do like a 10 hit air combo. I'll give you like all these different type of directives.
Yeah,
And then what happens is if it, and remember back then YouTube used to have the tag feature. We was able to tag people
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like response videos.
Yeah,
Was
I
able to
remember that
respond.
shit. Yeah,
So yeah. So it was perfect for that system. So what happens is when you complete the challenge, you would attach it as a response. So with everybody's challenges will be underneath the video itself. And when you won or you completed the challenge or like that, I had created Mugen badges, and
mm,
I would send them to you and stuff. And then the goal was I was eventually, if you had a certain amount of badges, you was able to enter into like a prize pool, like win a game or something like that. I was doing and stuff. So I
okay.
had another group of people hop in. Then I had Mugen Most Wanted, where I get the most broken characters, and I would have Vash the Stampede as the NPC, and he
Yeah,
would have like the wanted sign with the character on it,
yeah,
and and I would show you a preview of the character, show you how deadly the character is, and say, hey, you have to take this
yeah.
character out, put it down, make a video response to this video of you taking down this character. So that was another series that I did too. I forgot all about that. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
that.
see, I'm bringing back
Um,
all the memories, bro.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
then I had
yeah,
another series. I had another series called Mugen, called the Mugen Arena. Mugen Arena is you
Mm.
submit your characters to me, your team, and then somebody else
Oh,
submit your team, and then I would have them face off, and everybody get to watch them face off and stuff like that.
you
So
know what I
I
used to
did that.
see? Now that I think about
Mm-hmm.
it, what I used to see, and I didn't mean to cut you off, my bad.
Yeah, look at that.
Uh, I used to see this on Twitch. They used to have like Mugen
Salty bets.
tournaments on yeah, salt. I think it was Salty Bets, and it was
Mm-hmm.
something else
Yeah.
similar to where they'll have like random Mugen characters in a tournament, and
Mm-hmm.
people could either bet or something like that. And it was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Shout out to Vision real quick in the chat. He said, "Man, I got on Mugen in the 7th grade. Spent my whole summer on it. I was customizing everything. Great to see y'all chopping up about a legendary throwback. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, bro.
That shit
Like
crazy.
once I learned, yeah, once I learned how to like, I also have tutorials too. Like I said, I have tutorials how to
My
make
bad.
character portraits and how to put them because each character has their own character portrait. That means you have to go into Fatter Factory and you have
Yeah,
to replace every portrait. So imagine you download a screen pack that holds over 100 characters,
yeah,
and that screen pack has a specific like aspect ratio for the portrait and stuff. That means you have to
yeah,
create custom portraits for specifically for that screen pack. And my
yeah.
favorite one was the Nas Warzone screen pack. I
Huh.
love the Nas Warzone screen pack, and I had that video on my YouTube channel as well. And it had over like 70 or maybe like 90 or 96 or whatever like that
Yeah.
character slots. And
Mm.
dude, I had to make all them damn portraits. Dude, it took me a whole fucking week. I would not leave my room. I would sit down all day just creating portraits because I love that screen pack so much. I said, yo, like I gotta get all the portraits, all the icons. I
Yeah,
have to
gotta get
make
it
all
right.
that shit.
Gotta get it
I
right.
gotta get it right. It took me a
Yeah,
whole week to
I
get
believe
all
it.
like 90 of those characters on there,
I
bro.
believe it, man. That's crazy. You remember? I remember hearing about this the Eve, the Everyone versus Everyone pack.
Oh, that was the first dude. That was the go-to back in the day. Like
Yeah,
back in like
that was
2006, 2007. I had it. I had it. Like, and the thing was, you didn't really have to do a lot of like how can I say it? Like the portraits and stuff. Like
yeah,
like most portraits would actually fit
yeah,
of like that, like a default one. But then you would also have some characters that had these ridiculous portraits that you had to adjust. But no
yeah.
one did the adjustment for that. Like you just put it
Right.
on there and you just go to work. And people also use that to show their entire collection. Because back
Yeah,
in the day, the fun part was you put your Mugen roster up.
yeah.
And then people comment in the comment section and say, "Hey, I would love to trade characters." So you did. It's like
Mm,
Pokemon cards. You would trade
mm.
characters. Like, yo, what character is that? Oh, I have this character. So you go to their video, you go to their Mugen roster video, and then you pick out what character you want, and then y'all just do a trade with each other. We used to do
Mm.
that back in the day too. That's how
That's
we trade. That's
crazy.
how I got characters too. That's how I got characters as
Trade
well.
trades.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Trade,
wow, that's
character trade.
wild. That's
Yep.
crazy. But we need to honestly. There was some games that was using Mugen that was trying to make a comeback. I saw a couple
Yeah.
of Mortal Kombat ones a while back.
I'm not really a Mortal. Thing is about this is the thing
I
about Mugen. I started getting tired of. After a while, you have so many. It's like you have so many Marvel versus Capcom projects. Like they're
oh
all
yeah,
like after a while, you have so many Street Fighter projects. They're all the same. Yes, the characters are different.
yeah,
Yes, the screen pack may be different. I'm looking for something that when I look at it, you can't tell it's Mugen. Card Saga Wars was that perfect example, which
yeah,
I love the hell out of that Mugen project. It had Link in it, Master Chief, Chrono from Chrono Trigger, and all the Cloud from Final Fantasy, Mega Man X, and
yeah,
all the character sprites were unique.
yeah. The
Like if you
unique
look at
sprites.
it,
Yeah, different
yes,
sprites.
that's what I want from a Mugen project today. I want more unique projects. Like if you are going to do like Hyper Dragon Ball Z, made by Balthazar. He like Hyper Dragon Ball Z is the fucking truth. It's dope or whatever. Unique sprite work, unique combos and everything. You can't find anything like it, especially of that time or whatever like that. And if anything, if I get drawn back to Mugen, I would love to see more projects like that and more characters that we have yet to see, like Falcon from Power Stone,
Mm,
and other stuff. If you get more other Capcom characters and other characters than the stuff that's already out there, because like I
yeah,
said, you got 80 different Ryus, you got 80 different Wolverines.
busted
I want to see
versions.
other,
Some
yeah,
busted, some regular. Yeah, yeah. That's
exactly,
facts.
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
you want to see something different.
yeah,
I agree, and honestly, I think right now at this point, like I said, I had thought about it. Like I said, I was thinking about using the Mugen engine because I think that would be a really good engine to use. Shit.
yeah.
Not all this talk about Mugen.
Oh,
I might want to get back into it now.
I can't remember. It was this black Mugen creator. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
He's creating his own original fighting game project. I can't remember his name, but his main character, he wears like a blue hoodie. He wears a hoodie with a great, it's a blue hoodie with like that black dude. He has electricity power, but he has a bunch of different characters. And it's original. He does all the original sprite work. He does all the combos. He creates his own stages and everything. It's still a work in progress, but that like a legit fighting game. It's legit, and he's building it from scratch. And you can't even tell it's Mugen. Like you just see it as an indie game, you know. So if I find it, if I remember who he was, what's the name of the project, I definitely will share that on my Twitter so everybody can see it and check it out.
Yeah.
But his shit is like fire.
That's what we need. Like honestly, that is what we need at this point. You know, honestly, because like a lot of games right now, they're trying to copy all of this shit. And like I said, we'll segue to that in a second because that's man, that's wild. But like honestly, I really wanted to get into. I low-key wanted to get into Mugen, but like I said, I kind of got like I said, with the level of tutorial, like with these so-called tutorials, massive air quotes. You can't see my air quotes, but there's air quotes there. The tutorials were kind of ass, and it felt like I wasn't learning.
Yeah.
He just described Static Shock word for word vision. Yeah, Static Shock. But I think he's talking about a username, not a actual character. But yeah, but yeah, that's. I think right now, because Mugen is actually it's a slept on engine. It can still work. And matter of fact, I think no.
Well, it was originally only built for you to make 2D shooters, which you can still do. And because people still use Mugen to create 2D street shooters and beat 'em up side scrollers, you can still do that with Mugen as well.
Well, beat 'em up side scrollers, you can. Don't they have like a Streets of Rage or Beats of Rage thing, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. If that is the case, that's dope too. Like,
what up, Kachi? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, broski. It's called Beats of Rage because there were several fan games that were using that engine.
Oh,
and it's called either Beats of Rage or something like that. Lord have mercy. Now it's at the tip. Like I want to say it's there, and I think I have a fan game that's
that might be it. The guy, I think, because when you said Beats of Rage, I think that sounds familiar. I never didn't know what it was. I thought it was a video game, like a beat 'em up game.
Yeah, I think it's an actual engine because people use Streets of Rage, and then because not to mention the Streets of Rage remake has a Streets of Rage maker in it too, but you got to unlock the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I don't know if you've ever played the Streets of Rage remake before 4.
No, I haven't played that.
Man, that game. So don't get me wrong, Streets of Rage 4 is a great game, but if you've never played Streets of Rage remake and then you play 4, you would think Streets of Rage 4 is the best game, and you wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah, because I remember there was a Streets of Rage. It was a fan project that somebody made, and then Sega had them like cease and desist it after they released it because it was like one of the biggest Streets of Rage games, like fan games they ever made.
It was all three. It was all 3 games, pretty much in one. It's basically Streets of Rage 3.5, technically, and it had like all the characters for the most part. It had unlockable stuff. It had branching paths. Right, you can literally start from stage 1 of Streets of Rage 1, Streets of Rage 2, Streets of Rage, I think 3, I want to say. But there was like also common other paths and stuff like that. But like it is wild. It was a fun time. Like it was like, and then the fucking soundtrack. When they remastered the soundtrack, oh man. Oh, woo.
Damn.
Man. But then Streets of Rage 4 came out, and like I said, Streets of Rage 4 is a great game. Like mechanically,
I have 4.
I have 4, but it's not, like I said, I played the remake and I was like, yo, they could have done so much better with this. They could have done so much like with enemies wise and stuff like that. So you guys Code J-Man asks, you guys cool with the new Streets of Rage being 3D instead of 2D? Are you talking about the new one that they just released?
They just announced. When they remember that.
The whole
all the new games that's coming out, the new Jet Set and Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
The new Streets of Rage will be in 3D. Like, I'm fine as long as it's works mechanically, as long as the art style looks pretty dope or whatever like that. Because the footage that we're seeing it looks rough because they early in development. Most of those things
Yeah,
that we saw,
at that
most of
time.
them were early development. So we won't be seeing those projects for quite some time or whatever
Yeah,
like that. So we just have to wait and see. But I don't mind it being in 3D as long
I
as it's
know.
fun to play, as long as it has a nice art style to it, and
As long as it's not woke.
I yeah, and that too. But yeah.
Yeah, I you know what, I guess we'll go into the hentai stuff. I guess we'll go into that.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
so I have so what made you want to go that route? That's what I want to know.
Oh, like I said, it's all about flexing my creative juices. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all started like I said, RPG Maker. Like I wanted to create, RPGs. I love to
Oh,
create
and I
shit. And then when they went to Mugen, like it said, man, I can create my own fighting games and stuff like
yeah,
that. All right,
yeah,
let's put together some Mugen rosters and stuff like that. So then, that's when it happened when I was in college. Because for those of you guys who don't know, I have a foot fetish or whatever like that. And what
mm,
happened was I noticed that when it comes to hentai, or animations and stuff, they don't really have any like foot fetish stuff or whatever like
yeah,
that. I'm like, where's the foot fetish content and everything? And I'm like, okay, they have nothing. And if they do, they like it's like 2 seconds long, or they just pictures or what. They don't have any in like animations, because hentai like animations can be really really wild and intense, but they have nothing in the foot fetish category and stuff.
yeah.
So that's what made me start just digging around
And
of
started
like
working.
that. And that's when I went to Tumblr. This is before Twitter started blowing up.
Yeah.
Tumblr was big at the time. So
Yes, it
I
was.
went over
It was
yeah,
big
I
for the
went over to
degenerates. It was big for the
yeah,
degenerates where it
yeah,
should have
yeah.
been.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just looking for like hentai foot fetish stuff, and then
Yeah.
I kept seeing creators on Tumblr. So I went on Tumblr and stuff. You had some artists who do like 2D animations, some had some 3D animations. But I noticed when it comes to some of the animations, some of the foot job animations and foot fetish animations, not really as good as the other traditional general hentai stuff. So I was like, oh,
Right.
this
So
stuff is
it's
not
like, let
really
me
that good.
learn.
It sucks. So I was like, okay. So I guess so I created a Tumblr myself, and I just started scouring the internet. And I think the thing that really put me on the path was when there was artists that I really really liked their artwork and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and he was taking commissions. Like, hey, like, I'm taking commissions or whatever like that, and I'll animate whatever you want me to animate and stuff like that. And he only like $50 or whatever like that,
Oh
and
yeah.
I can
He's
pick
like, I
the
know you was
character
like
I want.
50.
I was like,
Here
I
we
was like,
go.
oh, I got $50. I'm like, all right, yeah, like, okay. So I went to him and I said, hey, and I'm a big Jory Han fan, so I wanted a Jory Han.
Oh no, jury.
Jory Han. This is during like Street Fighter 4 and stuff like that.
Yo.
So I wanted a
Oh
Jory Han
man. I know
foot job
so
video.
oh man. So I know you
Like,
was like when Jury Hod came out, boy, I know you was happy as
oh
hell.
yeah. So I'm like, all right, so because he had Jory Han and stuff like that, so this is gonna be pretty cool and stuff like that. So I went to him, and he turned down my commission because he was like, he's not really into feet stuff. He think it's weird and da 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 da. So he wouldn't do it or whatever like that. So, and then I started seeing other people in the conversation started just ragging on foot people and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I was like, yo, like I'm a go getter.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that if someone won't do it for me, I'm gonna
I'm
do it
gonna
my
do
damn
it.
self. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do it my
yeah.
damn self.
He said, "Go get
So
the feet."
yeah, so yeah, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna find out how to fucking animate myself.
Mm,
So I was like, okay. So I found this program called it was this hentai program called 3D Sex Villa, right? It's 3D Sex Villa 2. So I found that, but you had to pay. It was like you had to pay like a subscription service to use the software. I'm like, what the fuck? So like, 'cause I found I had an animator, like animator creator thing. You create your own animations and stuff. So I was like, all right, this could be the start. Like I can start doing stuff right here. But you have to pay a monthly subscription just to use your software. So then
mm.
it's this group called Club 17.
Club
The leader of the
17.
group, it was like these Russians. One of them was Russian named White Rabbit. They
Mm.
hacked they hacked that software
Yeah.
and made a free version of it and made it open source.
Oh wow.
So I ended up stumbling across a community back in the day called the Mods Garden,
Yeah.
and they had all the free resources. And just like Mugen, all the tutorials was ass. all the tools I had. So I had
Yeah.
to do a lot of trial and error when it came to animation. So most of my animation started with foot fetish stuff, foot jobs and foot worship and all this
Yeah.
other type of stuff. So then I started looking up to animators within the community. That was really big in that area at the time or whatever like that.
Mm.
And I used to go to them and ask them, and they would not help me, or they felt as though like they didn't want to give away the secrets that they have and they create the stuff that they create. So it's like they was
Right.
very close to their chest with their techniques and stuff. So I'm like, man, fuck them then. I'll just turn around and just figure this shit out myself.
He
And
said,
that's what
"Fuck
ended up happening.
it."
Yeah, so I started figuring out. It was frustrating, but I sat at that computer in my dorm room. I was in
Yeah.
college at the time. Sat
Yeah.
in my dorm room for hours just trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Just working on animations and stuff like that. And then once I finally got it, like some of it figured out, then finally is this one guy named Caligula. He was another great animator, but he came to me, and this is another creator in this community that I looked up to. He came to me and said, "Hey man, I just want to say, man, I've been watching you improve and everything like that. Like, I'm really impressed with what you're doing and stuff." He said, "Let me give you some techniques and stuff like that." So he came out of nowhere. He said he was a fan of me. I'm like, what the hell? I'm a fan of you. Like, I'm trying to get to your level. Yeah. So I was like, so what he said, "Bro, let me tell you something. The hardest thing to animate is feet and legs and stuff like that. It's really like that." He said, "You mastered the hard part first, because like when you look at a lot of foot job animations and foot fetish stuff, most of it is really lazy, or it just don't look as good when you using the feet and the legs and stuff like that. Everything else looked perfectly fine when it comes to the other animation." He said, "Dude, you learned the hard part first, and because my fetish." So he said, I wanted to get that down right. I wanted to get that down right. So he said, "Yo, so the other aspects that I show you how to do the other type of sexual animations and stuff," he said, "you'll get that easily because you figured out the feet and the legs like real easy. Like a lot of people struggle with that, and you figured that out first."
Right. Is it because of the details though? Like, is it because of the details in the feet? Like,
because how it's because it's how you move the legs. Sometimes it twists the ankles, it bends the knees and stuff like that. It does it's so you have to learn how to control
the anatomy, basically.
The anatomy. The anatomy, like people don't know how to really work when it comes to legs and feet most of the time and stuff like that. So yeah, he said, "Yo, you figured that out or whatever." So I'm gonna just give you some pointers over here. Then I know you can get the rest. And he was right. So so while I was in college, I was just making like free content. I'm learning. I'm making like storylines, and that's what got me into the 3D hentai. Now I'm starting to make my own crazy erotic stories and stuff like that because I love to create and stuff. So I'm creating these scenarios and stuff like that, and people are liking it. I'm putting it up on Naughty Machinima, those adult sites and stuff like that, and people just tuning in. And then I'm sharing stuff with the community, that the people within the community I'm part of, to actually like download and enjoy and stuff. So it wasn't until I graduated from college, and when I came home and got my degree, man, I had a hard time getting a job. I said, "Yo, I put myself in debt. I got a 4-year degree in business administration, and no one want to hire me because I need working experience. But how can I get working experience if you don't give me a fucking job to work?" So I was going in that I was going in that perpetual cycle. So what happened was I had to downgrade. I had to go to jobs that like the dollar store and stuff like that. So what happened was I went to my cousin who's a manager or a supervisor at Dollar General, or was it Family Dollar? It's Family Dollar. And he said, "Yo, man, you're doing some interviews down there. Why don't you go down there?" So I was like, "All right, I'll probably get like a cashier job or something like that." This is right after I got out of college. And I went down there and I brought my degree with me and everything. Soon I got in line. I showed them my degree and everything. They said, "Oh, you hired automatically." They hired me automatically and stuff. They told me to come back tomorrow so we could set up the paperwork and everything like that. So they sent me all the way down to one of their stores. I get down there, the manager gets in there. Comes in, greets me, sits me at the computer, do the paperwork. Now the thing was, I didn't know that they was going to have me work the next day or whatever like that. So I still didn't have all these things like my social security, and stuff like that. I didn't bring that because they told me that it was like another interview process that I had to go through. I didn't know they really wanted me to do the paperwork and they was going to have me work right away. I didn't know none of that. So when I get here, I fill out everything. And all of a sudden, the manager, she realized that she had me fill out the manager position, which I was supposed to fill out like the stock employee or whatever like that to do stock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when she showed that I filled out the information, you had these 3 color codes. You had red, green, and you had yellow.
Right.
And she showed me. She said, "Oh, I had you fill out the wrong application, but it has green. Green means that I'm qualified to be a fucking manager. I have no manager experience, but because I have a degree,
right?
I'm automatically So now this is what happened. So she said, okay, so I'm gonna need you to come back tomorrow. Call me tomorrow, and we'll have you come back in when you bring your ID and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I leave. I called tomorrow. I called the next day. Now all of a sudden, the manager ain't there. All of a sudden, now they tell me the manager ain't there. So they told me to come back. They told me to call the next day. Before you knew it, 4 days went by, and then when I finally got a hold of the manager, he said, "Well, listen, you're not technically hired yet, and we decided we're going to wait and we're going to look for because the thing was, when they looked and seen I was qualified to take her position. She didn't want that, so she didn't hire me. She didn't hire me at all, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Because I'm like, yo, I just got out of college. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father and everything. I'm living with my parents and stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of that.
I feel like a loser. I feel like a bum. Like, how can I support my daughter and everything? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get a job. Like, and now even simple jobs won't hire me because I'm overqualified or whatever like that. So it was kind of like stressful. So this what happened. All I had was $250 in my bank account, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get these mods to upgrade the visuals, the graphics, and everything to the Club 17 program that I'm using or whatever like that. So I was like, I'm gonna need a new graphics card. So the graphics card happens to be $215. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this. I said, yo, I'm gonna upgrade the shit out of this. I'm gonna create these crazy visuals of that time, of that era at that time, or whatever like that. And I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna open up a clip store and sell my hentai stuff and see what happens and everything. So it was an investment. It was a risk, but it was an investment. So I bought it. I had my old ass Dell computer. I installed that fucking graphics card.
Yeah.
And I did a Fuda female video or whatever it's called. Fudanary. It was called Fudanary Fantasy. And I'm not really a Fuda person, but Fuda makes money. Right. I only do Fuda on female. I don't do Fuda on Fuda. I only do Fuda on female.
Yeah, okay. So he said, I'm trying to make that moolah right now. I need it.
So the first thing I did was Fudanary Fantasy, and I'm about to remake that. I'm remaking all my classics. I'm about to start doing. But I put that out there, right? I uploaded the clip. I made a trailer to it. Dude, my trailer itself had 20,000 views within like 6 hours and shit, like on Naughty Machino. So then I went to bed. And then I woke up the next day and checked my administration directory on Eclipse for sale. I made $750. $750. Like in the course of like overnight. $750 overnight. It scared me. I said, no, this can't be real. And I'm watching the money off this one video piled up. I said, yo, I gotta do another video. So I did another Fudanary video. It was called Femdom Vixen. Yeah. And that video overnight made me $1,500. Maybe $1,500.
I know you was like, you was happy as hell, boy.
I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, okay. Then I started going crazy. I did get some backlash from some people because they said, oh man, like, you know, what happened to wanting to be an artist and just do stuff for the joy of the art because they wanted this shit for free. I'm like, no, I gave you have a bunch of free shit that I've done already. I got like over 50 videos that's free and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I said I gotta eat. I gotta eat. I got a family to support and stuff like that. If you like my content, you'll buy it. If it's that good enough, you'll buy it.
You'll buy it. Yeah,
you'll buy it, and that's what ended up happening. So people say, you know, this is what happened with capitalism. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up with all this shit. You know
what do you think? What do you think? Like, what do you think is supposed to be fucking happening? Like, so I'm glad you said that, right? Because before we get to that point, I gotta catch up on chat because chat been going crazy. Chat been going a little crazy. Shout out to Danielle Blackson. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Comic Misconception says he will not be denied his speed. I kind of respect that. That's facts. Hey, I feel you because I was kind of the same way when I was doing YouTube myself. And Ace of Space says foot fetishes look no more. Check the Sonic community. The funny thing is he ain't wrong. The funny thing is he's not wrong. What? Oh man, he said if I can't beat to the Fatal Crest says if I can't beat to this, I will make it myself. Here's the question that I was looking for. Vincent was asking. Shout out to Vincent, welcome coming in. He said, "I wonder if Mugen is a fan of Quentin Tarantino."
Oh, so Dust to Dawn. I didn't know you had a foot fetish until much later, because then I started reflecting back on it. He said Quentin Tarantino had a foot fetish. And I thought about it. Dust to Dawn, he played in that, and he's looking at the guy's sister feet, and the camera was on her feet. I never paid it no mind.
Yeah.
Until much later, and then Kill Bill, when it was showing Uma Thurman's feet, that whole segment was just focused on her feet when she talking about move her pinky toe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this stuff. I'm like, oh snap! I said, you have a foot fetish and stuff or whatever. But yeah, when it comes to this content,
yeah.
as I started doing over time, I started improving and stuff like that. I started getting a lot of haters and stuff, capitalism this and stuff like that. And then people started saying my shit sucked. I said it only sucked because you
gotta pay for it now.
You can't afford it. Yeah, it sucks all of a sudden. It sucks all of a sudden because you can't afford it or you don't want to pay for it and stuff. Yeah. But then you start finding people. Trying to get people to buy my shit and then upload it for free. So I had to deal with a lot of piracy too. Yeah. People started pirating my shit, and this is what I learned about piracy. And this is the thing. There's a lot of pirate warriors out there. Yeah. I learned once I became a content creator, and when I started making money off of my work and what I do and stuff, I started realizing how impactful piracy is, like how it hurts me and shit like that. I don't want people pirating my shit. Like if you're a fan of my shit, buy my shit or whatever like that. You know piracy
is a thing, and it hurts. Like what a lot of people don't understand is what piracy. Well, people think they did. So on the topic of piracy, right, and just in general, a lot of people because they think they could do it to big companies, they could do it to smaller people as well. Yeah. So the crazy thing about piracy is, my thing is, when it comes down to it, I'm kind of neutral on it, right? Because if you want to try, like, there are some people out there that are complete assholes, whatever, right? If it's something that you want to try, or if they have a free thing, I would say, hey, look, that's why, like, especially smaller creators, I would say, hey, look, try to have something that's people can have for free to give people a taste. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's something that just on a general term, on general basis. But when it comes down to these bigger companies and stuff, I don't. Hey, it's your business. Do what
I know.
It's a gray area. Handle your business as intended. But at the end of the day, like, what people don't understand, like, a lot of times in general, and especially with comics, right? Or comics or gaming, it does hurt the smaller creator more. It impacts a smaller creator more because they're the ones that's bigger. They're the ones that's trying to get there, trying to get that money. Excuse me. Not bigger, but they're trying to get the money. Now a AAA studio, they won't really miss as much. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I would say though. This is what I was saying. That's why I was like, that's why I say it's gray, is because as I started getting bigger, and I got a Patreon, I got clip stores and everything. So I did like a survey on my Patreon and stuff. I wanted to ask people, said, be honest with me. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna get mad at anything. Yeah. How did y'all discover my content? Yeah. And a lot of people say, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I went to pirated sites. I watched a lot of your pirated videos. And that's why, and it made me a fan. I decided I wanted to come over and actually support you. Yeah. Because I watched it on pirated sites and stuff. That's why I'm a patron. That's why I go to your clip stores and stuff. So I started finding out, and I do a lot of DMCAs. I do a lot of that because my fans come to me and report to me like, yo, somebody just uploaded your shit or your catalog over here, and I will go to like Pornhubs or other places like, yo, take that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for my fans. Like, my fans are actually paying me, and it's not fair to them that y'all going over here uploading my shit or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I will leave it alone. And the reason why I said leave it alone, because this source may be the reason why I'm making money, because people seeing it and then coming over.
Right. So it's a weird balance. Yeah, because it depends on the I've noticed it depends on the intent. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that do it, with malicious intent, because they hate everything that's behind the paywall. They hate that shit. And then there's people that just want to have another avenue. And like those people, like, that are a little bit more pleasant about it, I guess, for lack of a better term. Those are the people that if you can, try to have a conversation with and be like, hey, look, this is let's work out a deal. Let's work out work out something. and that way it can kind of like help out, if that makes, it builds a rapport. It's a weird, like I said, I get it. It's a very, very big gray area. You know what I'm saying? It's right up there with strip clubs and all of that shit, like a whole lot of shit.
And this 3D hentai had opened a lot of pathways and doorways for me, because after that, Brazzer hit me up. Brazzer contacted me personally and was saying that, hey, we wanted to start, we want to actually get into the whole 3D hentai thing. We trying to do a website and everything.
Yeah, we want your information.
We love you to we want to put you at the forefront and stuff like that. And the reason why I turned that down is because they wanted to control all my content. They wanted to control everything. You know what I'm saying? And that means I'm working for them. They would, if they call me up and say, hey, we need you to do this or whatever I upload, they have rights to. And I said, no, I don't care how much money they give me and shit like that. I want to have my own creative freedom and stuff like that. And that was the whole point. This is why, I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't want to work underneath anybody. I want to have my own controls. And now all of a sudden you control my shit. I don't want that. You have all the rights to all that. So
and you don't even at least give me, like, you don't give me my outside of compensation. You won't give me my shit back. Like, if something were to fall apart, like say if I were to break away from Brazzers and this, that, and the third, no.
So I turned down Brazzer. They hit me up personally. He wanted to Skype chat me and everything, and I talked with them and stuff. And once I seen the deal, I was like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I turned Brazzer down. And then all these sites, minivids.com, their manager came to me and said, hey, like, we never seen anything like this before. He said, look, we'll automatically, because you have to do like a verification in order for you to be able to get paid and stuff.
Yeah.
They said, yo, if you come to our site, we'll automatically verify you. Like we want your shit on our site and stuff to bring your audience over here.
Yeah.
So that's how. And then when Pornhubs came in, and I won't disclose how much money I made. What happened was I got the Pornhubs, one of their marketing managers hit me up, and they told me that they wanted to make a profile for me and everything. And he was saying, yo, like, and the thing was, I was already uploading like free like previews, trailers, and free content already for years on the platform. But now, if I'm a partner and stuff like that, I get paid off of the advertisements and all this other type of stuff and make memberships and stuff.
Right.
So what happened was, I had 5 years worth of content, right? Ooh. Once they made me a partner, I said to them, I can't remember, what's her name, Stephanie? Yeah, I said to her, I was like, listen, can I also get paid off the past shit that I did for the past 5 years?
Yeah.
He said, wait a minute, you have stuff there from 5 years? He said, all right, I'll contact you. Like, give me a day, give me 24 hours. Dude,
right.
I won't disclose how much money I made, but let me put it this way. When I woke up the next day and looked at my bank account, my eyes were so big. My eyes were so fucking big. I thought somebody was playing a game with me. I thought somebody hacked my account and put a bunch of money in there and just to fuck with me or whatever like that. Because it scared me. I never got that much money in one gulp like that before, because I got paid off of 5 years worth of content that was sitting there for 5 years. And it built, because remember, on Pornhub, dude, I'm getting like 200,000 views, 250,000, almost 1 million views here, and all this type of stuff for 5 years straight. Yeah. So they calculated all that, and then I had to call my fucking bank to make sure. Then I traced it where it came back. And I looked at Pornhubs and looked at my Pornhubs account, and it matched that money or whatever like that. So it's them. So she hooked me up. So because of that, I was able to buy my first car. I got my daughter into private school.
There you go.
And everything. And what you see in this room is what you see because of hentai. I was able to invest in, which we'll talk about later, comics and stuff. I was able to get into and start a comic book company. I was able to get that Marvel's Capcom. I got my PS5 Series X Switch. I got everything because of my hentai. Everything because of hentai. I was able to reinvest and do other things to make money in other avenues. So it's not just hentai. I'm making money off of different things.
Yeah. And there's stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I do have to. I brought this up because there's nothing wrong with it, right? So here's the thing. I know there's a lot of people right now. This whole conservative swing right now. Everything is swinging back. The pendulum is swinging back to the conservative way of thinking, if you will. And I feel like I have no issue, and because I grew up in church, right? I grew up in church, and I grew up in that, and one of my biggest thing is that how one of the things that I didn't like with church folk right now is that everything was so taboo. Like sex was taboo, everything that was naturally you know, everybody has comment, like everything has things that
Yeah.
they're introduced to.
Well, the thing is, like the problem I had with the church was that these people are so the members of the church are so judgmental. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like they're so heavenly bound to the point they're no earthly good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And they criticize and judge everything that you do. But when you look at them, they have their own skeletons in their closet.
exactly.
They're a bunch of hypocrites. And I'm glad you mentioned the church because I was about to say that next. I said I'm glad that I didn't listen or worry about what the church members of my church was saying, because if I would listen to them, I would still be broke. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I look
that's
at a lot
facts.
of these Christians. I look at a lot of these church members today. Yes, you believe in the Lord and you go to church every Sunday, but you
Yeah,
poor. You poor. And the thing they always get me too is that I got tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
said, God knows what's in my heart. God bless me. Yes, I do hentai, but God still fucking bless me.
yeah.
I'm able to support my daughter and
And you're
it takes
reasonable.
God.
You're
Yeah.
reasonable with it. You're not like over. You're not. Here's the thing. A lot of people
Mhm,
think. A lot of people think when it comes down to the people that do the adult entertainment, right?
mhm,
Um, they think that we're just degenerates. They think that we're just gooners. We're degenerates. We're doing all of this stuff, and that's not even a fucking case. A lot of the times we're just like, even with me, I'll use me as an example. Like, honestly, I'm on the lighter end of the spectrum, right? I'm
mhm,
literally on the lighter end. I'm on the like the you know, the more somewhat acceptable quote unquote end, right? But it's not. It's done. I do it in a tasteful way. It's done tastefully. It's not like, it's not a creepy thing. It's not like to creep the dancers that I work without. It's
mhm,
never that. You know what I'm saying? Not intentionally anyway. But
mhm,
it's to show appreciation that, hey, that you have your things, okay, you have your fetishes, I have mine, okay.
mhm.
Now I have a very slight foot fetish, very very slight. I make this joke all the time to people. I have a very slight foot fetish. It's more of like in heels. Like, I have a very heel.
Dude, no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no. I'm glad you say heels. No, I have a foot fetish. All
I
this
can't.
encompasses. I have a shoe fetish, foot fetish, and
Yeah,
leg fetish.
there we go.
All
I
that
have
is
a
all
very
in one package.
I have a very slight shoe fetish, very very slight. I joke with people about it because it's to break the ice, and it's funny as fuck when I see people's reactions because
Mhm,
it's hilarious as hell. So it is funny how I tell the story of how it came out, because it's like I realized when I was like younger, right? So
yeah, it starts
there
when
was
you're younger.
like
Yeah.
it was younger, and I noticed this one, like when you start noticing girls, like when puberty hit, started noticing this girl, and she had this nice little outfit at the time. She had like a little frilly blouse, right? I think it was blue.
Mhm,
I want to say it was blue, but like it was a
mhm,
frilly blouse. Like, it was like right when, right around the cleavage area, showing off the cleavage. Okay, cool. She had some nice like the skinny jeans on. Cool.
mhm.
I looked down and I was disappointed because she had flip flop sandals on, and she had those ones with the sandals with the little with the mesh over the front.
Mhm.
And I, for some reason, was disappointed as all fuck. I was disappointed. I couldn't explain it at the time. I was
Yeah, yeah,
disappointed.
yeah.
And
Because
then
it started.
and then
Mhm,
what made it worse, it was dirt. The sandals were dirty too. Like, she worn them a
yeah.
while. It was like right black where her where her feet was. And I was like, I was
Mhm,
so disappointed. I was just like, "Ugh, get away from me." And I
yeah.
couldn't I couldn't explain it at the time.
Yeah,
But when
no,
I
no,
thought
yeah.
about it, I was like, oh. And then because right after that, like, I saw another chick that was somewhat dressed similar, but she had like heels on at the time. I was like, I was already like, my eyes were just boom, like, attracted to it. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to, like I said, when you go back and look in your life and you try to figure that shit out, it's like, oh, that's what that is.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
this is.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it came well, mine came about when I was from one of my teachers back when I was in like what third, maybe fourth grade, like third or maybe fourth grade, and then my babysitter or whatever like that. And I was young and she was like a teenager. I was like maybe like 8 and she was like 15, maybe or whatever, like 14, 15 when that kicked in. But yeah, my teacher, she looked just like Jennifer Aniston. I
Oh
remember she was like
man.
third. Yeah, yeah. She was just gorgeous, and she always wore this pencil skirt. And I'm a sucker for pantyhose. She always wear pantyhose, jet black, and these nice heels. She always used to come in, and I don't know what it was. I always and then what she used to do is she sometimes like when we do our work, she
Yeah.
would take her shoes off and then she would put her feet on the desk,
Oh
and
man.
I
I
would
know.
dude, I was young. I was like, and I don't know why I just kept staring. It was doing something to me when I was that young, or whatever like that. I just kept staring at. I just kept staring at her feet, or whatever like that. And then she stayed dressed up, dressed really, really, really nice and stuff. Then my babysitter, she used to come in and watch us or whatever like that. And she used to go to Catholic school. She used to have the schoolgirl out, like uniform on and stuff.
Oh man,
with the knee-high socks, stockings and stuff on. And she used to come in. And when my parents are out, she used to watch us and stuff, and then she used to be on the phone with like her boyfriend or whatever like that. Yeah. And she used to plop her feet on the sofa and everything, and I used to just stare at them and stuff like that. And she had pretty feet too. And then she'd be on the phone, and then I would sit next to her feet, and then one day while she was talking, she wasn't paying attention, she just sat her feet on my lap.
Oh then, man!
Yeah. She sat on her lap. I just sat there, frozen and stuff. And then I would massage her feet and stuff. So every time she used to come from school and she used to watch us, she used to let me. It was just routine after a while. Like she used to like it while she on the phone and stuff like that, while she watching TV. So yeah, that's when my addiction started. My addiction started just coming in and stuff like that. But like I'm really like really tamed. Like you would never know that like what's going on in my head and stuff like that, because I'm not like a creep or a weirdo about it. Yeah. And a lot of guys who got foot fetishes and stuff, a lot of them are like socially awkward, and because there's forums. I used to go to forums where guys should tell their story, how they can how can I let my girlfriend know that I got a foot fetish, because these dudes be like really, really scared about it and stuff like that, without I don't want to creep her out and stuff like that. But I never had an issue with any of the girls that I've been with. A lot of them liked it because they had their feet touched and all kinds of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I never had an issue with that. But that foot fetish thing had opened many, many doors into the adult industry, because after I started releasing a lot of videos, an actual fetish porn model, she hit me up, and she's in the industry. She does videos. She did videos for Brazzer and a couple other things and stuff like that. Yeah. But she hits me up and say, hey, so my guys want to say that I'm a big fan of yours and this, that, and the third. And she was saying, listen, I'm coming to Philly. I'm doing a tour around Philly, and she's like, I would definitely love to like hang out with you and stuff like that, and maybe shoot a little video with you, like a private video or something like that with you and stuff like that. Yeah. And so she came to the studio. My brothers took some pictures of her, just like a little photo shoot, did like a model photo shoot and stuff for her to give her some pictures and stuff. And she let me clap, and I got she gave me, and she allowed me to film it and everything like that, and then I got it in my archive and stuff. And then I end up becoming friends with this porn star in the foot fetish community. I used to watch his videos a lot when I was back in college and stuff like that. And who would have thought that I met this guy, because he was like the king of foot fetish parties in Philadelphia. He was like the go-to source for foot fetish parties. So I decided to attend one of his parties. When I say his parties are like the spot, like they got different themes, librarian theme or lingerie theme, heels night, all women come in with all these different kinds of heels and stuff. You have private sessions, and when I say it gets crazy, I say it gets crazy. So what happened was I ended up getting to talk with him, and I showed him my YouTube channel and stuff. And he said, "Man, I love your camera work and stuff, this, that, and the third." Yeah. He said, "Listen," he said, I always travel to, I have a cameraman in Florida and Texas and all these different places that I shoot at in California and stuff, but I don't have a cameraman for Philly. He said, I would love to pay you to shoot me and and stuff like that. And he said, and plus, if you shoot me too, I would connect you with all the girls I got. Whatever girls I got, you can have them too." So I was like, "Are you serious, dude?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" So he's like, "Yeah, man." So he's like, and all his girls are bad, nice feet, everything. Like I said, he does foot fetish porn. He does porn, but most of his foot fetish porn, with other stuff in there. Oh, you
was in heaven, huh? You was just
dude. I was in heaven, because after a while, I would go to his studio. Like I said, he would pay me out, and I would bring my brothers. My brother's the photographer, so my brother's the photographer. I was the camera dude. He would pay me and my brothers and stuff like that. We would come in, and when I say the models used to come in, they would just drop butt ass naked and everything. And I used to shoot my boy while he do his thing, and then he would pass her, she would give me her contact and say, "Hey, we can shoot right here if you want," or whatever like that. So I started building contacts with a lot of sex workers and porn stars and strippers and stuff like that, who, I still talk, they still hit me up every once in a while. "Hey, I'm in town, what like that, you want to do something, or you want to have some fun, for a bit, what like that?" I'm like, "All right, I ain't doing nothing, what like that." go out, they have a little bit of fun,
and come back,
release. Do they have a little release or whatever like that, But yeah, man, that opened the floodgates for that, and I started getting to understand how does the adult industry work, how these sex workers work, and I'll tell you one thing about the adult industry, the actual mainstream porn, man, is destroyed. It's not the same anymore because of OnlyFans. OnlyFans destroyed it. Because now girls are not going to the agencies no more. They're making their own shit. And then, of course, feminism. How can you have feminism in porn? There's a lot of these chicks now who are just straight up hardcore feminists who hate men. Like, go on Twitter. If you, like I said, I got a hentai account. So I got like 15,000 followers, and so I got a big account. So I follow a lot of like sex workers and stuff like that, and voice actresses within the hentai community too. But a lot of these chicks today, man, the porn industry is so fucked up because a lot of them hate men. They go on Twitter talk about how much they hate men, but they take their money. A lot of them are going into this industry now. They despise men, and they're just like, I just want to just do everything just to take their money and just say fuck them and stuff like that.
I'm glad
there's a lot of producers clashing with a lot of these chicks. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad.
I believe. And then, hold on. I gotta add to that because see, that's my biggest problem, right? That is, I kind of take that personally, right? Almost for obvious reasons because I'm a man, duh. But I honestly feel because. I honestly feel that right now it's redundant, right? Because it's stupid. Because right now, how can you be a feminist and this, especially now, and it's stupid because now more than ever, you have more opportunities to get more money.
Yeah, let me tell you how this works. How these this entitlement, this feminism, and just the way this dynamic between men and women, how it just fucked up the adult industry and just fucked up the market. Yeah. Because now, like I said, every chick feels though that their value is all the way up here. Yeah. So for instance, I'll give you like how pricing work. Like if you want to shoot a chick and stuff like that, normally hand jobs, blow jobs, and like foot jobs can run from anywhere from $150 to $200. That's like if you want to shoot a chick to do that stuff that. So so then when you start getting to penetration is like $1,000 for penetration. You gotta get your what do they call it? Your checkups to make sure that everything is cool. And everything before you do the shoots and stuff. You sign the paperwork and stuff like that. So the minimum is $1,000. It can be from $1,000 on up, or whatever like that. Yeah. So now, this is where the simp economy and the female entitlement, this is where it fucks up inflated the whole market. Because then, now what happens is, now, blow jobs, foot jobs, and even hand jobs and tit jobs, like, skyrockets like $600 and stuff like that. Like, it got really, really like damn. And this is what happened. Now, you will have a simp that will come in and go to like a foot model to get that you go to get foot jobs or foot worship or to get stepped on or shoe jobs and stuff like that. You would normally go to her. You would go to her. She would give you like $150, maybe $200. Or if she has a big name, then she maybe costs more than that. It makes sense because she has a big fucking name. Yeah, it makes sense. But you have basic chicks. You have basic chicks coming in like off the street, like regular mid or average or chicks you never even heard of who is new to the industry coming in with these inflated prices. And this is because you have one simp. I'll give you an example. There's one guy. This chick would normally charge like $150, maybe $200 especially when she make her tour down to Philadelphia and she go around doing sessions and stuff. So you have this one simp. He comes in. Not only like this is what he did. He took her out to dinner. Yeah. Then he took her shopping. Yeah. Bought her shoes. Yeah. Then I said dinner already. Then he takes her to the Airbnb. Yeah. Just to suck on her toes. And he paid her $1,500. He didn't bust a nut. He walked out with blue balls. So she didn't have to do nothing. So not only she had free shoes, she had a free meal and everything. So now after that happens, she goes on Twitter, because that's how these chicks work. She goes on Twitter and talks and tells all the females within the adult industry, hey girls, y'all better know your worth. This man paid $1,500 and talked about all the things that
She
done
fucked
for
the
her.
game up. She fucked the
Yeah.
game. So now, okay. So that's a hold on. Wait a minute. Because see now we get into the good shit. Now we get into see. I can talk this shit now. See, this, I was waiting for this because I can talk this shit. This is crazy. Because I work as a DJ at a strip club, so I see a lot of this shit, right? So here's the problem with this, and this is where I wish a lot of dancers would understand this concept real good. Okay, just because, right? And there's some girls that look for this, that look for that guy that will that, oh, you don't have to dance, you can just sit and talk with me and pay, and I'll pay you for your time. Just because you get that one, those are reality, those are few and far between. Okay.
Exactly, bro. And
those are few and far. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Hold on, I gotta get to it because we get this is good shit. These are few and far between. Okay, and I need y'all to understand this now. Okay, that if a guy does that, you need to cherish that dude, because a lot of guys, that's why you need to have a baseline price, especially if you are not popular. Or if you're not a popular thing. Now, I will agree with OnlyFans, social media. It did change the game. Right? Now, what was supposed to happen, idealistically, right? Idealistically, what's supposed to happen is that social media is supposed to help you get more clout, and it's supposed to give you more sales into what you do on a general spaces, right? Now, what happens is a lot of these people, they get that one or two people that's willing to do that one little thing for them for nothing, for next to nothing. They don't have to do anything. Now they've inflated themselves. A lot of these girls come in with bad businesses. That's exactly what this is. Okay. And I hate to break it. Ladies, I need y'all to listen to me now. Okay. Some of y'all got really bad business sense. Okay. Just because you get that one good thing, or some girls get, dancers, they'll go like to Dallas. I'm in the Texas area. So they go to Houston, they go to Dallas, and they happen to see like Beat King or a big artist come through, and they get money that night. They think the price goes up for them, that all based off of that one night. No, you got lucky that night. That's what happened. Okay, either you got lucky or you played your cards right that one good time. Now, what makes the price go up is if you can consistently do this shit. Now, if you can consistently get guys to pay you $1,500 for that type of shit, and like I said, that's where we get into the gray area part. Then maybe you could consider your price going up a little bit once you get your notoriety up. That's the problem. A lot of these girls have conflated that one or two offshoots, or that guy that's willing to do anything, that desperate guy, right? As a general statement that, oh, well, just because this one guy will do it, any guy will. And that's a fucking lie. That is a lie from the pits of hell. Just because one guy, well, it's like a bell curve, right? It's like that bell curve example, right? You've seen a bell curve. So it's like, just because, okay, you got some people that'll do less, some people that'll do more. There's some people that are in the average. What you price your stuff is, you put your price within that average. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That is my issue. And not to mention the mentality. I gotta tackle that mentality. And I hate it with a passion. Right? I hate those that say, well, men are trash. Then baby, if men are trash, then you don't need to be doing this. Because not only will it fuck your shit up, because men pick up on it. People think men are stupid. A lot of women, a lot of the feminist mindset think men are stupid. Okay, men pick up on when they're not wanted. Okay, men pick up on when they're not wanted. I gotta say that. Okay, it may take a bit for a lot of men, but eventually that mask will slip, and men will pick up on it. There's some men that pick up on it quicker than others, but men will pick up on it, and they will not pay you. Okay, they don't. If you don't like this, because not only are you fucking the men over, you're fucking yourself over.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to tell him, because she goes on there, girls like, look, know your worth. Like, he paid me $1,500. So then all the chicks in the market started raising their prices up and everything. And now the money's not coming in. Then they all start going shame. They start doing shaming tactics to the guys. Oh, y'all some broke motherfuckers. Y'all don't, y'all can't afford to do this thing. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all raised y'all prices because dudes like, I'm not paying that. Like now you charging like $400 or $500 for a foot job. Are you serious? Or for a hand job? Like, are you serious?
Right, because I couldn't. Because some you know, and that's the part. Like that's the part of the problem is you got too many entitled people in this. You have too many entitled people in this space, right? Even with OnlyFans, like I said, OnlyFans was going to be the direct competition because there was going to be some girls that could do it if they could do it themselves. And here's the crazy part about it: not too many girls could do it or do pretty good on themselves by themselves. Not too many, because a lot of it is it. A lot of them they have, like I said, it goes back to the bad business sense. They don't keep up with the content. They don't keep up what made them popular. They slow down on they slow down on the popular shit. They also start forcing the paywall. And the thing with sex work is when you force the shit, right? When you start forcing the shit, that's when it doesn't necessarily always work. When you start forcing or trying to make people pay, and when you start doing that, oh well, if you broke, just say that, then you're gonna get a kickback that you're not going to be ready for. And that's the problem. Like, look, there's people out there that will pay for it. The ones that make money, and I'm telling you, the ones that be complaining about men and talking shit about men, they don't make a lot of money. And I've noticed that. Like the ones that are going here talking about, oh, these men are cheap, they're on the decline. They're not making a lot of money, or they don't look a certain way, right? They don't have a look, you know what I'm saying? Or they don't have they're regular girls off the street. Now, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with the girl next door doing it, or if you're a regular girl and you have an interest, that's fine. I have no problem with that. However, what a lot of y'all need to understand is that there is work that goes involved. I can't tell you how many times I've talked with dancers, like strippers, about this shit.
Yes, it is work. It is work. And the thing is, a lot of these chicks today, they don't want to do work. They want to make as much money with less by putting in less work. That's why my boy, he closed down his foot fetish because the foot fetish parties, because one, COVID fucked it up. Because when COVID came in, a lot of those chicks started pouring over to OnlyFans. OnlyFans made the most money, especially during the COVID. So once these girls started realizing, yo, I can make money without going to these parties or without going to these agencies. I don't need that or like that. So then what happens is started building this this lazy mindset when it was time to come back and start doing these things. They don't want to do what they normally do. They just want to sit there and go, OnlyFans, all you gotta do is just sit behind the camera all day, do your little content and stuff, and the simps come in and just get the memberships, get the subscriptions and stuff. And you don't have to do no penetration. All you gotta do is just be in front of the camera, touch yourself, whatever they do behind the camera and stuff, and they make a shit ton of money especially if they're popular and stuff. So they find themselves start doing less work but getting more. So when it's time to go back out into these agencies and stuff, they got their ass on their shoulder. Like, I don't really need you. I got OnlyFans and stuff like that. So that,
and a lot of them really didn't though. That was the thing. A lot of them really didn't.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I know a couple strippers stepped down my way, and there's a lot of strippers. I remember when OnlyFans started becoming a thing, and when the Twitch thoughts started becoming really big. A lot of strippers started really getting mad at Twitch streamers, like chicks, was because they were saying like some things are meant to be taboo. Like sex work is a necessary evil, and I'll explain why it's a necessary evil. That this is the oldest profession that's been around for thousands and thousands of years. It's nothing you can do. If you try to suppress it, it's going to go underground. There's nothing you can do about it. Right. But what I'm saying is that now that we don't make sex work taboo, now the regular girl who normally wouldn't do it are now doing it now. So it oversaturated the market, and a lot of these girls like who've been doing it as an actual profession. Is an actual craftsmanship to it. Like these chicks got clients who they built relationships. They provide the fantasy to their customers and stuff like that. They have a black book that keep tabs of their schedules, and they give them the experience that they want. Now you got a lot of basic chicks coming in who all they care about is, look, I'm just trying to make a quick buck. They don't respect any of their customers at all, or whatever like that. They look down on them, and like I said, a lot of them are feminists and stuff like that. And they give the worst, they give the shittiest experiences ever. But now these are the chicks, especially on Twitch and everything, that's making money, more money than the strippers now. these are regular chicks that would never do this a day in their life because they knew they would get shamed for it.
It's the aesthetic. Yeah, they're doing it. It's the aesthetic, and that's the part that pisses me off. Like girls, like even with girls that do it now, like in within the music industry that do this shit, right? That play into it. Megan Thee Stallion's one of them, in my personal opinion. Now, Cardi B is the only one that I don't really care much for, really her work ethic wise, because I made a joke. I talked about this before my Strip Club Chronicles, where if I was working with Cardi B, I think me and her would clash often because the way she acts now, I would hate to work with her on a slow day. If it was slow and she'd be sitting there, I had to like, hey, yo, it's your time to go. Like, she'd be like, it's nobody there. I don't care. Like, the management says it's time to get a girl on stage. It's your turn. Let's go. Like, I don't give a fuck. Are you paying for a skip? No? Okay. Let's go. You know, like it's one of those things where it's the entitlement. But like overall, I will give her credit that she's one of the ones that actually came from that. But then you have a lot of girls that play into it. They get the outfits. They put on the heel, they put on the 6-inch heels or whatever. They look good in them, but it's just a play into the idea. But then they never will do it. They don't show respect to those that actually do it. And I think that's where the problem is I think the biggest problem is these people are getting into it without understanding what you're getting into, right? Because like I said, I got into it rather personally kind of late, but because like I said, I got into the club, like strip clubs, because I always tell the story and it's hilarious how I got into the strip clubs. It was funny. I have a friend, he's like my brother, like we're real close, and he used to be a cook in the strip clubs, and this was right when I was like leaving the church. I left the church, so all this shit happened at once. I was leaving the church, and I broke up with my ex-fiance, all that shit, right? Because she wanted someone who could offer more. That was the thing that she told me, right? So we broke up, whatever, and I was like going through it, whatever. And I was at this, at this job as a whatchamacallit, as a janitor, you know what I'm saying, at a school district. And so he told me about going to the strip clubs, and like I kind of wanted to go, but like I was raised in the church, and we were like, all this shit was taboo. Clubbing was taboo, partying was taboo, and strip clubs was even worse, right? So my homeboy kept telling me to come through, man. They got good food, and I'm like, man, they ain't got no good food at the strip club. Quit playing. So this club we went to is called Perfect Tens. It's here in San Antonio. So she was. He was like, yeah, like let's go, and they had a steak special, like $2.99, $3.99 steak fry special, right? Which was a fucking steal, right? So we went, and it was crazy. It was a good ass time, the nice place. I was like, all right, cool. A little nervous. So we went. I was like, all right, let me get this food, right? So I don't know about you, but I like my steak well done. I like my food cooked. Okay, if I want it rare, I go and lick the cow my goddamn self. Okay, but that's just me. So I get a steak. It was well done, and I was like, yo, the last steak I had prior was a steakhouse. It was well done. It was kind of tough. I didn't really care much for steak. But this steak, it was like a little thin, plate. Like it wasn't too thin, but it was like a nice little portion. I chopped it to it. It was like smooth. I bit it to it. It was like butter. I was like, hey, yo. I was like, hey, yo, wait a minute. Hold on. This is what we got. We got food like this here in the clubs, bro. Hold on. This shit's good. I almost wanted another plate. And so I would go like almost regularly and stuff like that. And then I started looking around. I'm like, yo, this is actually not bad. Like, yo, music here, the girls is pretty dope. And I was like, and I ended up, long story short, I ended up, giving thoughts about working in the arena. I was like, yo, if I'm gonna, take a job, I'd rather take a job that I'd rather enjoy. So, I have a story about how I quit my job, but I will go into that a little bit later, time consuming, so I ended up quitting my job and I switched into the strip clubs and I've been loving it, man. I've been having a good ass time. It's a weird thing, but, I can definitely say overall it's been good. I've had like racist encounters, I've had like managers that assumed that all I would play is black music because I'm black, They didn't want to do the black music thing. And I'm like, no, y'all don't realize, like, that's what's a lot of popping right now. Like, that's the thing right now. There's a lot of people want to see that, especially here in Texas. Like, they want to see the big ass, they want to see that shit. They want the twerking shit. They want the Beat King. They want the now they want the Migos. They want all that type of shit. The ratchet shit, type now almost,
Yeah,
but it's a thing. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, the whole clubs is a gray area. Like all of it's a gray area.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah, that and sex work in general. That's what I said. I don't bash it too hard
yeah.
because I think there is a gray area or there's a need for it. Like this one sex worker I used to that I'm cool with and I would talk to and stuff, and she was telling me like, yo, like you don't know, like I'm stopping a potential pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Because this one guy, there's one client that she has, like this dude, like he has her dress up like a little girl. Like this dude has this obsession, yeah. And she wears the pigtails, she wears like little girl panties, and all this other type of stuff. So he's a creep, but this dude pays good. But and she goes to him like every other week. It's like, yo, I'm potentially stopping this dude because I come to him, like he comes to me. I'm pretty much stopping this dude from going out there touching a little girl. You know what I'm saying? So some of those things, you know, like I said, that's why I don't cram hard onto it and stuff like that. Yeah. And I would say this: if for guys who has a hard time, you know, trying to, you know, and sexually frustrated and has a hard time trying to get a girlfriend, or you know, they're going through their issues and stuff like that. You know, like to stop you from going out there doing something stupid to a woman and stuff, just go get a sex worker. A professional one, none of these new things. None of these new ones. Like me, like I totally checked out of the dating market. Like right now, my comic book business, get my daughter through high school because she'd be in college in 3 more years. Like she's more important than anything. Like dealing with relationships, I notice that every time I get into a relationship with a woman, man, it's like I'm always being set back because I'm always trying to make sure, trying to get her right because she wants to. I'm saying let's go forward. She wants to go backward. If I say go left, she wants to go right. If I say go up, she wants to go down. And like I said, women, especially girlfriends and wives or whatever like that, they cost money, and especially with this economy, they want your time. And they want your fucking attention, and you're going to have to spend money on them. No matter, there's no way you can slice it. You're going to have to spend money on them and stuff like that. And I know every time I get into a relationship, all my progress slows down because she wants
that time.
Yeah, she wants cook. Let me cook. Like she won't let me cook. I'm trying to get my shit done. You know what I'm saying? But I'm too busy trying to focus, trying to get you to get your act together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I pull myself from the market, and every once in a while, if I need to let off. You know what I'm saying, or release, or get some release. I got a couple of chicks that I do know that I hit up and very professional. Like the one I go to, blonde hair chick, nice body and everything. I used to go to her crib or whatever like that. She got the bath water, got a robe ready for me and everything. Bathes me, wash me up and stuff. She got a Nintendo Switch. I go over there.
Not the Switch.
Nintendo Switch. We play video games and stuff, and then we fuck. And then after, and then if it's really really late, she has me stay at night. And then I leave in the morning and stuff like that. You know, she gave me a service, bam, and I'm out. And you know what I'm saying, and keep it like that. And then she called. She always let me know like when she's available and stuff like that. And that allows me to keep going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So as I'm saying, guys, that's something to think about and stuff like that. It doesn't make you a pussy or whatever like that. That you put money out and stuff like that.
You paying for it either way. You pay for it either way. So like, and I always made this like because I was talking with a dancer some years ago like about that, and we were like, that was the thing. Like he's like, well, men are paying for it either way, and she was like, I was like, yeah, I had to think about it. I was like, yeah, you're right. So I had to talk to a couple girls. This is where because people be thinking I'm pimping at one point. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just like talking shit because I'm just like thinking about it. I'm like, bro, would you pay $20 for a gallon of milk? Like, would you, like, literally, would you pay? And I had somebody was like, they had to think about that for a minute. I'm like, would you pay $20 for a gallon of milk? Think about that for a minute. Like no, if, just a regular ass gallon of milk. And he was like, nah, I wouldn't. Exactly. So why would you pay for something like, why are you going to sit up here? If you're paying for it either way, why would you pay for something? If I'm paying for it, why would I pay for something that I don't want, that I don't need?
And what I like about it too, man, look. Thing about being in a relationship, you gotta hear her nag, you gotta hear a bitch complain, you gotta go through all the emotions. When I meet that chick, it's none of that. I go there, get what I want, we have a good time, she even feeds me and stuff, and then that's it. I go about my business. I don't have to deal with no arguments, I don't have to deal with no attitudes, I don't have to deal with none of that. And I got a peace of mind, for that brief moment, and I go home and stuff and just call it a day.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fair. Yeah. It's fair. Like honestly, like I said, and I will say this, and I think you'll probably agree with me this. Sex work isn't for everybody, and it shouldn't be. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that for years. It's not for everybody. It's not. I'm talking about especially if you're talking about working in this, because you have to literally, there's a certain, you have to like de- detach from certain things in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And sometimes like there's certain things that the way a lot of us are taught, it's like you got to know how to break from that shit. Like you got to be around people that are familiar with that, and that's willing to teach, and that's willing to help you, and that's willing to go through that growing pains with you. And you have to be able to, how do I put this? Put it, put things in a perspective, put things in a certain, to a certain degree. Yes, and I've told plenty of dancers, I'm like, look, you can't be mad at dudes that want to fuck you. Okay, you can't. Like, that's part of the job. If a dude ain't thinking about it, if the thought ain't crossed a dude's mind, then baby, you not doing the job right. You feel me? Like if you not, if you over here dancing and you out here and the guy ain't thought about, having a, have to fight his urges to like put his, to put his hands on you and start grabbing and doing, what I'm saying, grabbing where he shouldn't be, then you're not doing your job right, because part of your job is to blur the line. That's part of your job. But when you start going into the, oh, I hate men territory,
Yeah,
oh, oh, this is only for money, this is only for this, that,
yeah,
and the third, you ruin it. You
yeah,
ruin the fantasy, you ruin the fun, and nobody likes a party pooper. Okay, like let's just call it a spade a
yeah.
spade. That's
And that's
that's
what a lot of the
exactly
old
what it
heads,
is.
a lot of the old head sex workers are saying that. So this new generation of sex workers is fucking the game up. They're not even giving them the experience. It's all about the fantasy. It's all about the experience. They just want to just drain your pockets, and they're not even into it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and it's like that. I mean, even if I'm not saying you, and here's the thing, right? And I get it with the the younger girls. I agree. Okay, yeah, sometimes you don't have to do all of that. It's cool. It's cool. But here's the thing: have it in your bag. You know what I'm saying? A lot
Hmm.
of these girls, they're like, oh, well, I don't have to do it. And they don't never learn the shit. No, learn it. Learn what you need to learn. Right? Learn how to dance. Like for example, for me with strippers, right? Learn how to dance. Learn how to do a couple of pole tricks. You may not ever use them, right? That may not be your
Hmm.
thing or whatever. Because a lot of, I've noticed too, with a lot of big, like for example, a lot of thicker girls, bigger girls, they don't do a lot of pole tricks. They're more twerkers. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
So, but if you know some pole tricks, so if you go to a club that prefers you do pole tricks, hey, or if you're in a, or with a customer or a client, potential client that wants to see pole tricks, you know what you're doing. You have an idea. You can learn stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not to mention it's fucking like a lot of the girls are catty with each other. That's the other part of the feminist shit.
Hmm.
A lot of they're in competition with each other and they're catty as fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these girls are fake friendships for fucking years. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that shit. That shit's fucking
Hmm.
weird to me. Like, how the fuck you
Hmm.
fake whole friendships for fucking years? Well,
That's what they,
I never really liked that bitch anyway. Her toenail
that's
was
what they
crooked.
do.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
what they do.
But then when they get to, oh, hey bestie, hey girl, how you doing?
Oh,
I'm like, girl, what the
oh,
fuck?
I have a daughter, man, and I'm me having a daughter. I'm able to see like the dynamics of how females have relationships with one another and stuff,
Yeah,
and even seeing through my daughter's eyes, like how I watch how my daughter is friends with some girls and stuff like that. Oh,
yeah,
hey, there the other. Then she was just say something sly about the chick. Say, wait a minute, y'all just got finished hugging each other and stuff.
yeah,
And she don't really like the chick, or they don't like each other and stuff. I'm like, how? Like, how do y'all do that? Like,
yeah,
how do y'all like with guys? No, we don't like most guys we don't do that shit. Like if
yeah.
I got a problem with you, I'm either gonna stay away from you or I'm gonna call you out. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I'm gonna call you the fuck out and stuff like that. And then we just end it or whatever. Y'all girls would hang around each other all day and fake
Right.
around each other all fucking day. Give each other fake
Secrets.
fake fucking like compliments to each other, and y'all really don't mean it and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
it gets only how you know it's really bad is when they start getting physical. Because
yeah,
having a daughter, like I said, watching how girls like go back and forth with each other is most of it is a mental and emotional thing.
yeah,
Once they get
mhm,
physical, that means it got really bad. Because
yeah,
most of them don't get physical. It's all about it's they talking back and forth, talking back
yeah,
and forth behind each
mhm,
other's backs and stuff like that. But when they get physical, that means it's a melting point at that point.
yeah,
That now we
exactly.
gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird, bro. Like honestly, like a lot of that's
Very
the thing
weird.
that's the shit that needs to cut out. Like honestly, like that's the, to me, the biggest thing that needs to cut out is the feminist mindset. Like that I hate men. Like I said, because it's fucking, not only is it fucking their money, like, the men up, like the men don't want to, are turned
Hmm.
off. It's fucking your money up. And it's fucking like, if you don't, especially every time you're dealing with men, it comes out. It's gonna come out eventually.
Yeah.
It's going to fuck your shit up to the point where you every time you're dealing with a man, you're like, I get the ick, I get this, I get that, and you're gonna fuck your shit up. And men don't want to be bothered with that, and men are checking out. That's why you got men that are, you know, uh that's why men now are, they're going overseas even if they are like, the same type of girls like that the fantasy thing overseas. It's the same shit because, a lot of American women, you would think, like I said, that's the part that kills me with this. It's the doubles, like you would think with the rise of sex workers and how sex work is a little bit more open now, that one, people would be talking about it and trying to, navigate through it more, responsibly more. That's one. And two, people would be what's the term? I guess a little bit more accepting, cordial with each other, with other men. But that's like, that seems to be the opposite of what's going on. And that's the part that pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like, like I said, I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you. Like, I like what I like. You ain't about to make me feel bad. I'm an ass man, okay? I like what I fucking like. You're not about to. And I've gotten to the point where I've had people like, oh, you're weird. No, I'm not. I really ain't. I'm just, look, I like what I like. And if you want to act funny towards me, because I've had a couple of cosplayers that go that try to go that route with that, and I've stopped talking to, that I've supported, and I stopped supporting them because they wanted to act funny. They thought that they were, they had that feminist mindset. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, that it's a turn off for me. Like, bro, like I will shut that shit the fuck down.
I just don't understand how you could be a feminist in that type of industry.
You can't.
That's why I'm not understanding. That's why I'm not understanding.
I can't do it.
How are you a feminist in this type of industry?
You can't do it. You can't fucking.
Audience are males. Like, your whole audience are males.
And most men, most women, and the only women, like, and women that do support each other, they're probably either gay or like it's few and far between. Like, if women do support each other, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, but I do got to get to this comment. Ace of Space says he said he's got to go. He said he got to get up out of here. He's got something to take care of. Y'all be easy. Mugen Lord, good to see you. You're in a better place to just vibing. Props to your success and much more. Trelly, good to see you. But yeah, nah, Danielle, I'm sorry that shit happened to you, mama, with your shoes and stuff. But like, no, like, honestly, I like, that's the part that's the hang up for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I do my shit, it's done out of appreciation. It's done out of respect. Like, even with like my angles, like I try to keep the angles in a respectful, like a respectful manner for me. You know what I'm saying? Personally, because like I said, I want to project that, and I want these girls, because it's a powerful thing. Like, it's something. It does something to you. You see a girl with some fucking 6-inch heels on or whatever the fuck, and you see it with the outfits. It does something to you. So I want to convey that same thing to other people. So when they, and then also with the dancers, if they do want to be involved with like artists, that's the other thing I'm working on too. Like, working with local artists, to get them showing up in videos and all of that stuff. But like, honestly, it's a thing, and I really wish like the normies either, look, get in where you fit in or get out. That's my message to the normies right now at this point. Get in where if you like. The funny thing is, the guys that talk shit about the girls, I think the biggest problem, and I think you might agree with me on this, right? Here's my little theory on this shit, right? A lot of the guys that instantly hate girls that do sex work. Here's my theory, right? I think they're mad because it's not exclusive to them.
I can see that.
And let me paint the scene, right? Because if a lot of guys, like, if a regular guy can get, say, a porn star, I'm gonna name one that you probably ain't heard in a minute, Jada Fire. Okay,
I know.
Yeah. OG, the GOAT. All right. So if somebody could have her, right, and she was sending pictures to them, right? Let's say you a regular guy. I'm gonna use you for an example, MugenLord. You're a regular dude. You wasn't into this shit. You just, you see a girl like Jada Fire. That's your, that you like her. And she was just sending you pictures, she was sending you videos, she was sending you nudes, all of that shit, that OnlyFans shit, right? Or Pornhub shit, right? It's exclusively for you. Exclusive, like, you don't have to question if it's for you or not. If it was exclusively for you, and you were a regular dude, you would be in love with that shit, unless you were a prude. unless you were a prude. you would be over the moon with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem is because it's not, right? Because it's not, and they have to pay for it. A lot of regular guys are getting mad about this shit, especially people like the Whatever Podcast and the Fresh and Fits and all of that shit. You know, they talk shit about these girls, but then they have them on their show. They want to talk to them.
But the thing is, they pay for them too. That's the thing. Like that's the thing about them dudes. They rag on them, but they sleep with them and get them pregnant. That defeats the whole purpose of the message.
Exactly.
I don't take any of them dudes serious at all. Like you can't preach that, but then turn around and go against your own word.
Exactly. That's the point that I'm making. A lot of it is it's like I said. This is my theory. I could be wrong, but I think that's probably what it is because it's not exclusive to them. It's not 100% exclusive to them. They don't have to question. They have to doubt in their mind, like, well, she's done this before. Who else has she done this with? And well, this, that, and the third. That's when the insecurities start taking in. That's when who was the last person that she would, you know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of the girls start to have somewhat of a point. Somewhat.
Well, I mean, if he knows, he shouldn't. If he knows that she's a sex worker, I mean, like, bro, why are you upset? Like, you already knew this, or you already knew this already. The thing is, like I said, the thing about especially being a young man today, and the thing is, like I said, like me, like I don't want no sex worker as a girlfriend or whatever like that. I want my girl going around being passed around by everybody. I mean, they're fun to have fun with, but I would never make any of them my girlfriend. Like I said, I know a lot of sex workers. I mean, there's some of them I met are really, really chill and stuff like that. Some of the most down to earth. But I'm not passing you around and sharing you with other dudes. That's just me being a man, and that's just me being territorial and stuff like that. But they're fun. I enjoy having fun with them and stuff like that. I mean, but there's a lot of these guys who also take this stuff personal, is because you gotta look at it this way. A lot of these guys don't really have enough experience with women, and a lot of these guys have not gotten into a lot of action with these women. So these dudes get attached to the first female that give them some type of a validation or attention and stuff. So once they get that attachment, because that woman showed him some interest or quote unquote interest or like that, this dude becomes very, very, very jealous, becomes very, very insecure and stuff,
and becomes attached.
And the thing is, like I said, not every like sex work is a necessary evil, but every woman should not be entering this. It's not meant for every woman. That's why it still has to be taboo, because you only the faint of heart should be playing this game. Not every chick should be playing this game. They shouldn't be playing this game. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. A lot of them are. A lot of them are playing this game. Here's the crazy part. A lot of the girls are playing this game, but they're playing it. They've been playing it. Here's the crazy part. This is where Red Pill has a point. Right, and this is where Red Pill has a point. And before I get into that, Fatal Crest has a good point here. If you date them while they're sex workers, you cannot twist them to change up their short-term life if they already aren't trying to do so. That's cool. That's a good point.
Exactly. No, not to cut you off, but I'll get back to what you're saying. I like what he just said. And I was talking to a sex worker at one of the foot fetish parties that I went to or whatever like that. She got upset. Was because that, you know, she told one of the guys that she was a sex worker and stuff, and then she ended up dating them. She said she really liked this dude, and then out of nowhere he didn't want her doing it no more, and he was really, really upset, and they got into an argument, and they eventually broke up or whatever like that. And now she's talking to a new guy, and she asked me I need your input. Like, should I tell this guy that I'm a sex worker and stuff like that? Because I'm afraid to tell him. Because and I said no. I told him, like, no, tell him. Because you still got a lot of that man to make that decision and stuff like that. I said, what I will agree with when it comes to like sex workers and stuff like that, like, dude, don't sit there and this woman came to you and told you what she was, and then you sat there and you went along with it, and you agree with it, like that, you accept it, and then all of a sudden you switch up on her. That's not fair to her. So, dude, you tell her, put your boundaries down. Tell her what you expect. And if she don't want to play by those rules, then you gotta let her go, and you gotta move on and find some woman that will play by your rules and stuff like that. When it comes to that, you gotta set those boundaries. But dude, don't sit there and lie to her, because like I said, there's a lot of the guys out here who can't get girlfriends, who are so desperate they have no options, so they sit there, they accept this girl or claim to accept this girl for her sex work lifestyle and stuff. Once they finally got her, he really, and that's what I told her too. I said, look, trust me. I said, I'm a guy. I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of guys don't like the sex work shit. He if he says he does, he's fucking lying to you. because eventually that peel, that shell's going to crack, and his real feelings is going to come out much later because he's going to get tired of it and stuff like that. Yeah. So, like I said before, I don't. If I run into a girl, she told me sex worker, I'm not fucking. I'm like, she's not my girlfriend. I'll have fun with her, but she's not my girlfriend and stuff like that. I won't be straight up with her and let her know. But as I said before, be honest with him, because if you lie to him about it, that means, because if you lie to him or whatever like that, that means you starting a relationship based off of a lie. Yeah. You don't want to start a relationship. You don't want to start a relationship off like that. Be honest with him.
Yeah.
If he accepts it, make sure that he accepts it. If he doesn't, then hey, this is part of the consequences of being a sex worker. This is part of it.
That is, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't get into this field and expect guys and get mad that guys don't want to pick you and stuff. No, that's why I said this is the thing. Yeah. When it was taboo, when it was really, really taboo, women knew that. Women knew that, and only the ones who was really down with the sex work would do it, because she knew the consequences. Right. She knew she wasn't going to have a regular life. She knew she wasn't going to have a stable relationship or have a relationship. So that's what she did it. Possibly. She did it to the best of her ability. Now that's not taboo, because now it's glorified to be a slut. It's glorified to be an e-thought. It's all glorified. So now you got a bunch of basic chicks, everyday girls. Now they're flooding it. They're coming in and everything like that. And since it is okay, they still haven't been told the consequences of it.
They haven't been told the dangers of it.
They don't know the dangers of nothing. So they see, and the thing is, women are followers. They follow the sheep. When they see one girl doing something, she sees another. Like, okay, if she's doing it, and I see all the other girls, they all fall in line. They all start doing it and stuff like that. They all start following. So they start following what the other girls doing, but they don't understand the dangers. They don't understand the consequences.
What they're getting into. Yeah, they see the money. They see the fact that they're money, and I'm independent. I'm finessing these men.
Exactly.
But they're not. They don't realize that they're under a lot of shit. So my thing with this, see, now I'm a little bit different, right? I'm a little bit more open to the idea. I'm a little bit more open to the idea, right? I'm still on the. I get it. Like I said, I get it. The whole you're for me, da 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 da. Like, I'm a little bit more open to the idea. And that's partially because of my last relationship. Like I said, the last serious relationship I had was a while ago, and it was a church girl. Like I said, and she basically did the same shit. Like, she was basically doing, like she said, she wanted somebody who for more. Like I said, and to me, when I zoomed out and I see how a lot of church girls act, they act, to me, it's the same thing, right? And a lot of, so what red pill, this is what my thing is, right? A lot of people talk shit about the red pill men, and rightfully so, because a lot of the red pill men are kind of dumb. But where they have a point, and nobody wants to talk about this, and I'm really kind of pissed off about it, and it makes me mad. Red pill has a point when they've exposed female nature, how a lot of females operate, right? How a lot of females oftentimes they'll monkey branch or hypergamy, how a lot of women act towards men, how a lot of women are fundamentally taught with dealing with men, right? That's the problem. We're taught completely, how we're taught to treat women and how women are taught to treat are two totally different things, right? In most cases, we're taught to respect them, treat them, in high regard, this, that, and the third, pedestal in some cases, you know what I'm saying? Queens, blah, 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 woo, depending on your background, whatever, right? And a lot of women are taught to take advantage of that, especially the more prettier you are, the more, to use your options, right? The problem with this is, with this information, you have a lot of men on the extreme end of this now. That you have, like, the Sneakos, the Andrew Tates, the If She Breathes, She's a Thought, the Sandman, MGTOW, Sandman type shit. Those type of men. Now, like I said, there's nothing wrong with men going their own way. That's the point. The idea of men going their own way was just that, to figure out your place in life, to find other men that are similar mindset, and that was the point. Similar to the No Ma'am thing with what's his name? Married with Children. I think that's the name of the show. Ted Bundy.
Yeah, Ted Bundy. Yeah,
Ted Bundy. When he had the No Ma'am, where he was like just tired, fed up with the wife thing type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that red pill. This is what the red pill men going their own way movement. That's what that's supposed to be, ideally. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because it was supposed to expose how a lot of women work. It was supposed to be a thing for men because men weren't being properly taught. Okay, especially with single parents rising up in the home. Because you had a lot of times men will be like, hey, Yes, your mother told you to respect women, sure, but the father in the house will tell you not all women were worthy of said respect. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what the ideal of the father role was, right? In a lot of cases. But with single parent on the rise, you didn't have that. So you had what the red pill men, or it's called red pill now, but at first it was, I'm going with MGTOW, or men going their own way, because that's what it originally was in that thing, right? That whole men having their
Mhm.
own space to themselves. That's what it was supposed to be for. Men teaching, hey, look, this is what women tend to do. Okay. Yes, men, no, you do have options. As a man, you have options. Yes, as a man, your job, okay, if they're looking to you to provide, you are important. Don't let these women tell you otherwise. You have more
Mhm.
options than you think you do. This is what it's
Exactly.
supposed to, this is how you're supposed to live your life. Now, what happened was with anything, everything got, the extremists got a hold of it to it. And then you
Yeah,
had, once again, like I said, you have the sneakos, Andrew Tates,
bro.
that talk that degrade these women, right?
Yeah.
That degrade these women, and say, well, if she does these things, she's automatically disqualified. She's a thought. She's this. No, just play along with it, okay? Just like how a woman can have multiple options, okay? Men have your options at the ready,
Yeah,
okay?
well, the thing is, my problem with the red pill, like I said, that's why I never I never associate myself with a movement. That's why I don't call myself anti woke. I don't
Yeah,
put myself in the red pill. I follow my own, you know what I'm saying, my
okay,
own path and stuff. I learn
yeah,
from these different things, but I follow my own path and whatever like that. Because
yeah,
you're right, as a movement get popular, shit gets hijacked.
yeah,
And now what I'm seeing, from what I've been seeing, and I've seen the writing on the wall with this. Now we're starting to get a lot of motherfuckers coming in, and there's dudes that's in this community who are just bitter and just frustrated because a woman didn't give them a chance at all. You know what I'm saying? And now they have a platform to take out their anger and take out their frustration on these women that come onto these platforms and stuff like that. And to me, I
in
think
a
that's how
negative.
I think that's pussy. That's just pussy
Well,
mentality to me when they do shit like that.
well,
And
you have to have, so wait. I'm going to stop you right there because I do
mhm,
disagree with this. You're right to a point.
mhm,
Here, you're right about just lashing out, right there, because at this point we got too many men that are pent up. I think a lot of it is pent up
mhm,
aggression now. And there's nothing wrong with, hey, lashing out, or hey, or venting your frustration, right? The
mhm,
problem becomes is when you make that your entire stick and you don't learn from that, and
mhm.
you don't move, you don't maneuver accordingly. Okay, yes, it's okay to be frustrated that, hey, women aren't giving me any play, for example, but you don't start treating every woman like shit
Yeah,
because of
because
it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, cause,
You okay,
yeah,
yeah,
cause,
you might make a mistake here and there, and yeah, you might make a misjudgment call there or here and there. But what you don't do is you don't turn into, well, all women are this, that, and the third. Well, pump and dump, and oh well, if she poses this way, she's thoughting it up. She's automatically this, or oh, the wall is undefeated. She's this, that, and the third. There's some truth to that. I get it,
yeah,
but I just don't, you what you don't do, it's the intent behind it, right? That's my key,
mm,
is the intent. You don't be, yes, be frustrated, fine, but the idea is to have people around you,
mhm,
and say, hey, look, okay, yes, okay, get your frustration out, because right now that's the other problem. Men don't have really don't have a place to vent their frustrations. That's a thing. We really don't. In a lot of cases, we don't. Okay, because the very second we get to the point where we're frustrated and we lash out, we're under fire almost
mhm.
immediately, and that's something that needs to stop.
Yeah,
That's a
cause
societal problem. That's
yeah,
that.
cause like for example, like, cause I don't watch Fresh and Fit like I used to, like them dudes, man. But anyway, they had that dude, that new content creator dude, that now you're a single mom, that music
Mm-hmm.
video, whatever like that. They had him on
Yeah.
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
And this dude was just talking reckless to the chicks, and the chicks wasn't getting disrespectful and stuff. I don't like, dude. At the end of the day, you're still a man, and the thing is, you still gotta still be in your masculine frame and not get all emotional. Because he was calling them all kinds of dumb bitches and stuff, and these chicks wasn't getting disrespectful to him. I'm like, dude, why are you talking to him like that? Okay, yeah, their thoughts, but you still gotta treat people with respect, especially if they're not getting disrespectful to you. I
Right.
understand that you look down on chicks, or you have some type of animosity or whatever you feeling, because of how chicks act. But these chicks is not disrespecting you or whatever like that. And you
Right.
calling them bitches and everything for no reason just because you can do it
Yeah.
because they're thoughts. but it's just how I was raised. Like I said, if I talk to a chick and she is a whore, like and stuff like that, but if she's not calling me out my name and she's not disrespecting me, I'm still gonna treat you like a person. Just because you a whore and I know you a whore, I'm not gonna walk up and just talk to you like you a fucking whore and shit like that. I'm not gonna do that. If you start disrespecting me, then I'm gonna treat you like the whore you are.
Yeah.
But that's just like the type of person I am. And it's a lot of these dudes that's down in this platform. They say, okay, she's a whore, so I'm just gonna talk to her any kind of way.
Yeah.
When it's not
exactly.
You know
so like a lot of people use.
Yeah, if she get out of pocket, do what you gotta do. She get out of pocket, but dude, don't just treat her like that.
Exactly.
You know?
Like so, for example, here's a good person that actually gets overlooked because everybody's gotten popular because of this guy for the most part that does this shit. Kevin Samuels, right? A lot of people.
I love Kevin Samuels.
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels was actually now there was some shit that I didn't agree with him when it came down to men, because that's where he started, was talking about men. One thing I never agreed with him was the whole haircut thing, right? Having your hair now having your hair trim I understand, but like, oh, you got to have a same cut. Just because I have my hair a certain way, I have a flat top or whatever, it doesn't make me less of a man than a guy with a regular ass bald fade. I disagree with that shit wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? Having a suit, like I have a personal vendetta against suits personally, but that doesn't necessarily make you a man per se. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like, but he was on the money. Like his general consensus was especially when it came down to, he was talking with men first. That was one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
But then like when women came and called on the show, he was basically asking basic questions. He was like, okay, well, you want this type of man. Have you hung around these type of men before? Do you know what they want? Okay, what do you look like? What's your age? How many do you have kids? Do you have this, that, and the third? Okay, you're 5'5", 200 something pounds. You're overweight. A lot of these rich men aren't gonna want that. You know what I'm saying? At first it sounded crazy, but then the women were talking crazy to him. You know what I'm saying? The women were coming at him sideways. He was like, look, baby, like but his basic thing, and even when it came down to black relationships, his thing, and I remember seeing this video, and I gotta find a clip. I have it saved on my other phone somewhere, where he was like, and this was like right before I got the news about him dying or passing away, was that he didn't want to see black folks go at each other. That was the thing. He was like, he wanted black folks to work together. He's like, hey, look, if you can find one, if you can find, one or two good qualities in the man, focus on those instead of the things that you don't like and build from that. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing. He said, I never intended for this to be a black man versus black woman thing. It was never intended to be that. But, there was a lot of black women that was calling his show and saying, and trying to dog him out because of what he, and not understanding and trying to listen, not really listening to him as typical. And that was the problem. And you have a lot of these people, like I said, Kevin Samuels was really more neutral than a lot of people give him credit for. You know what I'm saying? And now you got these people, like I said, you do have like the Whatever podcast, the Fresh and Fit, that go to the extreme with this shit. And they look for these type of girls. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, like some of that stuff does have a solid, have a point. But like at the end of the fucking day, if you don't want to deal with that, or if people shouldn't deal with that, leave it the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? People right now, the problem right now is that nobody wants to have a conversation. Everybody's like, I have it's no nuance with this shit. There is no nuance. There's no understanding. There is no, okay, some people just want to have sex. Some people want to have fun. And it is what it is. And there's people that want to have sex, want to have fun. And they don't want to build. They want to take it a step further than what it is. Like they want to jump the gun. That's what a lot of these guys are doing. They're jumping the gun, and they're talking shit about these women that clearly they are just trying to express themselves. And that's one of the things that I like. Why I do, one of the reasons why I do the thing, because self-expression is a beautiful thing. It's a woman's self-expression, like a woman twerk. Man, it's a beautiful fucking thing. Have you seen? Like, bro, do you like? It's something about left cheek when you see that ass moving and left cheek, right cheek. It's like magic, my nigga. Like it's magic, my guy. Like you know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful fucking thing. It's respect. Like I respect it, and the girls that do it and do it well, nothing but my respect. There's a dancer that I work with right now that she's along the lines of what I work with, and I shoot videos with her all the time, and I'm like, bruh, like it's amazing, like it's amazing to watch, right? She's a, like I like, bro, like I wouldn't mind. Like the thought is like when I remember I said like if you can blur the line, you're good. Yes, the thought has crossed my mind with her a couple of times. But like I said, I keep it cordial, respectful because I know her personal situation. But at the end of the fucking day, it's about respect, and that's the lost art. It's the conversation is lost art. There's too many people that's playing this game that don't know how to play it.
Oh yeah. And the thing is also too, man, like I said, I got a lot of young men that's in my Discord that always talk to me too. But I always try to preach to a lot of these young men too, man. Like before you start complaining about women, man, you still gotta fix yourself. There's a lot of you guys are complaining, and a lot of y'all fat as shit. You know what I'm saying? You got bad hygiene. You're not doing anything to fix yourself. You ain't doing anything to fix your image. You're not doing things to fix your health and stuff like that. But yet you expect to get a 10 out of 10 female and stuff like that, or get a female to look at you, but you're not doing anything to fix yourself. You gotta fix yourself first. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys. There's some out there too who say they're red pill and stuff, and only because they talked to one female and she rejected him, but he never went out there ever again. He got rejected once. Yeah, he still ain't got any experience to go out there and keep going and keep going and keep trying and keep trying. He tried once, failed, and now all of a sudden, oh man, women this, women that. So you guys not even trying. Some of y'all not even trying out here, and y'all get frustrated. And then what proves that some of y'all who are just red pill temporarily is because you start speaking this red pill stuff, and then once one female gives you some attention, all your teachings and everything that you talked about
go out the window. Yeah,
it goes straight out the window.
Gone.
And it goes to show that you're just bitter and just upset that a woman didn't give you no attention and stuff. But now that you got the attention. Yeah, you just excluded. Yeah, now you finally got some attention. You throw all that out the way. All the teachings, everything you was preaching about, you go against all of it because now one female gave you some validation and stuff, and that's what I'm starting to see a lot of that.
And then when she breaks your heart, you're gonna go right back to it, and you're gonna be
go right back to it. That means you only red pill when it's convenient for you and stuff like that. Only because you're frustrated, you're mad and upset, and that's why I see you trying to tell. And I'm gonna say it even to your audience too, man. You gotta fix yourself, man. Maximize your image. Have you ever seen what you look like at your peak? There's a lot of you guys who ain't even at your peak as far as your image, as far as what you're doing with your hobby and or whatever you're doing in your life. You haven't even maximized it. You never even seen what you look like at your best, and you already about to throw in the towel and say screw women, this and that. And I learned. When I started going to the gym, when I started working out and stuff like that, and I never had issues like problems like getting a female level like that. I had a lot of females and stuff like that. It's just going through the relationship part. The relationship part is fucking nightmare. But I never had a problem with women actually coming to me and stuff, because most women I got, they came to me and stuff like that. Every once in a while I went out and talked to a chick, but most of them always came at me. But the thing is, I tell a lot of these guys, man, you gotta work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because as you work on yourself, women is the byproduct of what you do. As you start cleaning yourself up, working on your image and working on yourself, women comes along and they attach themselves to that stuff. And it also helps you with your confidence and stuff. Because women can feel women are feelers. They can feel when a man has low self-esteem and don't have no hope in themselves. And women can feel that. And when they see that you have no hope in yourself and you got low self-esteem, that also turns them off too. You know what I'm saying? Or they will go for you, but they use you. That you become the victim. They prey on you. They prey on men who has no self-esteem, they have low self-esteem and have all these issues and stuff with themselves. So you got women like that who love guys like that. They can control them, they can take advantage of them and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But you gotta work on you still gotta work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like I said,
I'm gonna throw something in there. This is something that I started doing, right? Like you work on yourself, right? And I gotta add this in here. I have to add, I feel like it's imperative. You do it, you work on yourself for yourself.
Exactly.
You work on yourself, like fuck the bull. Like honestly, when I started adopting that mindset, you do it for yourself, because at the end of the fucking day, if you don't do it for yourself, it's not gonna work, bro. Like you do it to get a woman, it's not gonna necessarily work. You do it because you want to. That's why when I started doing my content and shit like this on YouTube, like working on myself, I do this because I want to. I would rather do this than be clocked. Don't get me wrong. I like my job. Don't get me wrong. I mess with great people. I got great people at my job. But at the end of the day, I would rather make that money doing what I want to do and being able to go travel to other clubs and other places. You know, when I do, hey, I want to, meet some other strippers to go talk to them and put them on the Strip Club Chronicles podcast that I got going. You know what I'm saying? And hell, like with the Dynasty Dimes stuff that I showed you that I'm building. Okay, I want to get girls involved with that. So if I'm gonna do all of this shit, I'm doing this because I want to. I'm learning the steps for myself. Because that, like I said, all that, because when you start doing this shit because of external shit, all right. And that, like I said, that's why I had to add on to, because you're doing it because of an external thing. And I'm not saying just what you're saying, but a lot of people they latch onto it because of external, right? When that external is gone, what do you do? Mm-hmm. When that external, okay, so you start working on it and you're really not getting the women that you think the women ain't really coming like that. Okay, so you're gonna stop. No, you do it because you do it for you. That's the key. Exactly. So when that shit, whether they come or not, you know what I'm saying? I got people right now that be hate watching my shit. You know what I'm saying? I got clowns that hate watch my shit. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I'm not doing this shit for them. They can eat a fucking dick. You know what I'm saying? So whether I get numbers or not, I do this shit because I want to. The numbers are going to make themselves. The numbers are going to come. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not going to, I'll stand and hold my own when necessary, or hey, I'll do what I got to do, by if it ever gets to that point, sure. But I'm not doing this shit, for the haters' attention, because we all do this shit for attention, okay, to some degree. Let's just keep it a beam. Now, but it's whose attention are you trying to get? Are you trying to get potential fans, or I'm doing this to prove my haters wrong? Man, fuck them.
Yeah, I always say fuck the haters.
Fuck him. No. Fuck them. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I might do one or two things. Yeah, sure. But overall, it's fuck them. Because at the end of the day, you already don't like me. What are you doing? I'm over here talking with people. I'm talking with, people like MugenLord that's actually doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting people involved with shit. I'm about to learn some shit. You know what I'm saying? I might get into Mugen. I might get, hook up with the, with more into the industry. You know what I'm saying? Who knows where this goes? But I'm doing it because I like what MugenLord presents. I want to have him on. We probably gonna have him on more, for another episode. Because we talked so much on the sex work topic that we really didn't get into the other shit. But we'll probably, like I said. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing it for no haters. Like, I'm not doing it to prove the haters wrong. Mm-hmm. I'm doing this because, hey, I want to build shit. I'm actually building a dynasty. That's what I'm building. Okay, I'm the emperor of my dynasty.
Fun, man. Building is fun, man. I love building my own thing. And like I said, even with my comic book company, Venus and Ryan Comics, man. Yeah, like it feels good every day waking up to what I've created. I have nobody. I have no other company or anybody's stuff on my wall. It's just my shit. I wake up every day, feel inspired. And I just can't wait to get on the computer and just like, all right, what's the next move I'm going to make? Like, I'm about to make some big moves. And it just feels good when you're able to control your own destiny and work for yourself and everything. I get better enjoyment out of that than, trying to hunt down and chase after pussy all day. Because there's a lot of guys out there that's just chasing pussy. Just constantly, that's their objective. I got to chase pussy. And that's the wrong thing that a lot of these guys are doing out there, or they make that their main goal. I want to have a girlfriend. I want to have a wife. Bro, that's not important. That's really not important or whatever like that.
Most of these girls ain't wife material anyway. Most of these girls ain't wife material. No way.
Because a lot of these guys be wishing for it, and when y'all finally get it, she gonna drive you fucking nuts, bro. Like, and you gonna start wishing, like, damn, like, I wish I was single. And now I got her. Now she drive me up a fucking wall and shit like that. Now I'm going through all the stuff. And I learned that, like, I'm at peace when I'm by myself. It's like every time I inject a woman into it, and now it's just chaos everywhere. And it's not even chaos from my life; it's chaos from her life. She bringing all the chaos. She bringing in all the drama. She can't. She indecisive. Can't make any fucking decisions. Can't make up her fucking mind and shit like that. It's all this other stuff. Or I have to give a shit about whatever she's into. I have to give a shit about it, even though that it doesn't mean anything. But I have to let her know that I care about it. You know what I'm saying? All this unnecessary stuff that I have to do and shit like that in order to try to appease her, to show her that I care and stuff like that. And before you know it, I'm pulled away from my mission. I'm pulled away from everything that I'm trying to do. Yeah. That's why when I do decide to get into a relationship again, she has to be on my program. Listen, and I'm going to let chicks know. I'm already letting chicks know, like, yo, this shit right here,
This shit right
being
here.
surrounded in comics, all this shit come first. If you give me an ultimatum where I have to choose you or this, you got to go.
Quickly.
I'm being serious because I've been, like I said, I've been through with my baby mom. I've been through this shit before. I went through all this hell, and the only thing I had to show for her was having a beautiful daughter. But every time I go out my way to to try to be the best damn boyfriend I can possibly be, it blows up back in my face. They're never satisfied because they're hunger. They're never happy. It's always something. Yeah, you did this for me here, but what about over here? It's always something. You always chasing. You always running. You always trying to do something for them. They're never happy. They're never satisfied. You can never please them and shit like that. So you either gonna get on my program or you go about your business. I don't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm 37 years old. I'll be out in 3 damn fucking years. I'll be 40 fucking years old and shit. I don't got time for the games. I don't got time to playing around and stuff like that. You either join my program, because like I said, when I succeed, babe, you succeed. Just let me eat. Let me cook. Because when I cook, I'm going to give you the damn world. If you got my side and you got my back, I'm going to give you every damn thing. You don't even have to cry about it. I'll make sure you get anything you want. Just let me cook. Stop like get all the meaningless tags and stuff. I need you to be my helpmate. Get all the riffraff out of the way while I cook.
Right. Matter of fact, and then also do your shit. Matter of fact, while you at it, do your own work while you at it.
Thing.
Ain't you got your job? Ain't you got a business to run? Like run your business.
Exactly. I need a woman who exactly. I need a woman that has a hobby and that's doing shit. Because if she's not doing shit, then she's gonna make you her priority 24/7, which means you. It's like a child. You gotta be around her 24/7. You gotta keep her attention. You gotta keep her entertained 24/7 because she has no hobbies to keep herself entertained, or she has no plans to move and motivate and stuff. And because both of our plans are supposed to come together and merge together, and we both satisfy each other. We both come out of this as winners together. But if she has nothing going on for herself, she's gonna be on your ass every fucking day. She's gonna be down your throat every fucking day and shit like that because she has nothing going on for herself. And stuff like that. She needs to have something going on for herself. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I sneezed. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That's woo. That's heavy right there, boy. Y'all. I hope y'all listen to taking notes because that shit heavy. That shit heavy, bro. That shit heavy. Same. I learned some of the same shit, bro. Like honestly,
a chick who has nothing going on for herself, she gets into the most trouble. Like I said, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. When a woman is idle, get scared when a woman says she's bored. When she's bored, trouble's gonna find her. That's why women gotta have something going on for themselves. Productive. I'm talking about productive shit. She need productive shit going on because when her mind is left wandering, that's how she get into some shit. And if you're dating her or if you're married to her, whatever shit she get into is going to come trickle down to you. It's going to affect your ass, your dumb ass. So that's why that's why you got to get that shit, make that shit clear and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. And I really, honestly, I really wish people would understand that more. And just like I said right now, and I'm kind of glad that there's a lot of men waking up to a degree. I just wish that there were, like I said, we need more nuance. We need more discussions. We need more people understanding, having, there's just as there's different types of women out there, there's different types of men. You know what I'm saying? I've argued with this because everybody and their mama knows allegedly knows what a man is supposed to be doing, right? But the very second I open my mouth and say, "Hey, a woman should," and before I even finish, it's a problem, right? So how is it that everybody's supposed to know what a man like? No, I realized I had an epiphany a few years ago because about leadership, men in leadership one time, and it was hilarious how I found this out. I have a friend of mine at the time. We were like living in the same spot. We were walking. I was doing something with my car and we had to walk somewhere for a bit. And I was walking. He was on the phone for a while. Like he was on the phone. I told him, "Hey, follow me. We're gonna go get something to eat. We're gonna go back to the car shop, in a bit. Right now, we're gonna go eat." So we ended up walking across the street one time to go to the place to eat or whatever. And he was on the phone, and he was like, I was leading in front of him, and I had kept looking back because he was like, just on the phone, jaw jacking, with all that shit. And I'm like, bro, and I was getting a little frustrated because I'm like, dude, come on, bro, you got to move. Like, you got to pay attention. You can't, like, if you're going to be on the phone and talk on the phone, you got to put some pep in your step. So what I decided to do was I decided to switch. I said, hey,
Mm-hmm.
you go ahead and go up front. I'll tell you where to go. You go up front. You gonna be on the phone. So when we went back the other way where we needed to go. I put him up front and like he was going up front. I just told him to keep going, go. Right. And I had never realized how easy that shit was. Like it made my job
Mm-hmm.
so much easier to lead like that. And I was sitting there thinking about it when I got home that day. I was like, yo, what that just broke what everybody said, what people would think leaders should be leading from the front. It makes no fucking sense to always lead from the front. It never makes any sense, right? Because even in like in battle, because people like, oh, it sounds good, like in a movie, heroic, the leader, MugenLord, lead us into battle as he charges in, charge, and then all of a sudden you get hit by an arrow, a straight arrow in the head. You're done. What happens? The whole plan falls apart. You know what I'm saying? More often than not. So what happens is now you have to lead. The leader is the most important piece of the integral piece of the plan. That's what's supposed to happen. A lot of people have this idea of what leadership is. It's like, oh, you're always out on the front lines. That's not always the case. Not always. Sometimes with leadership, you have to know how to put certain people up front to move and maneuver.
Generals, like generals and commanders.
Exactly. Generals, commanders, pawns, whatever. Generals, commanders, pawns, whatever. And I know that sounds fucked up to somebody, but it's a fact. It's real life shit. It's not like, this is like, not even like 48 laws of power type shit. This is actual real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to put people in place. And it's like, that's what men, there's different types of men that they have different types of leadership styles. There's men that are timid. There's men that are shy. But they, protection, and I have to talk to like a lot of women about this shit because they think protection is, oh, I'm going in front of this guy, like I'm protecting you from this guy, baby, stand back up, baby, I got this, you know what I'm saying, type shit. No, sometimes protection can be as simple as, hey, baby, I know you want to go out tonight, go ahead and go out tonight, but you can go to clubs. Don't go to Club A, okay? Do not go to Club A tonight because I've been hearing stuff about this club. I heard they just had a shootout last weekend, and I know you really want to go out tonight. You can go to any other club. Go to clubs B through Z, but don't go to Club A. That's protection because I'm looking out for you. I'm allowing you. Hey, go. You can go out tonight. I'm not saying you don't. I'm not controlling you and saying don't go out tonight. Go out tonight. Just don't go to this particular club. And a lot of people, did you get a phone call later? Baby, come pick me up. Mugen, come pick me up. They're shooting at the club. What club is it? Oh, Club A.
Oh, like I said, feminism told women that she don't gotta listen to you. Like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do my own thing. And guess what?
Pay my bills though.
Coming back to you, she ends up coming back to you to fix her fucking problem that she started when you told her not to fucking do it anyway. Like women stop listening to men. They've been stopped listening to men because I was looking at this. I was arguing with this chick on Twitter. It was probably like a month ago or something like that. And I remember I posted it because they were showing one of the celebrities. I don't know her name, but they showed what she looked like, and then she went to go get the face surgery, and she looks bad.
Oh,
and a lot of guys going in and say, "Yo, why did she get the surgery? Like she didn't need. She was beautiful the way she was." You get women coming in because of the beauty standards that men place on women, and women listen. I'm like, all right, whoa. I quoted it and answered. I said, "Oh, fuck out of here with this beauty standards that men place." Because if that was the case of like that, then y'all wouldn't be doing half the shit that y'all doing. I said, we're confused about this narrative that women say. Every time a woman want to dress like a thought or dress up a certain way, women say we don't do it for men, we do it for ourselves. It makes ourselves feel good. But the moment their decision blows up in their face, then the excuse they make is because because men with their beauty standards, this is why we do the things that we do. No, which one is it? Either you're doing it because of men, because there are these so-called beauty standards, or are you doing it because you want to feel good about yourself? You can't pick and choose whenever it's fucking convenient for you. And then two, women stop listening to men. Y'all don't fucking listen to us, because if you listen to us, men been telling y'all we don't like these. Of course, there's always an exception to the rule, but men, we always tell you we don't like the BBLs. We don't like the plastic surgery on your fucking face and shit like that. We like natural hair. We like when you're in your natural beauty. We've been telling you this shit for years. Y'all don't fucking listen. Y'all go out and do this shit because y'all do it because y'all competing against other women. Other women, y'all want to stunt on other women to show other women that y'all got it and they don't. That's what y'all doing it for. You're not doing it for us. Y'all don't listen to us. Y'all been stopped listening to us.
Wait till they find out. Wait till they find out that most of the beauty standards, if you go back and look in history, most of the beauty standards were from women.
From women.
Like with corsets, like for example, like the corsets, right? Having the corsets so tight, like basically back in like the European times, right? They had the corsets, the dresses with the corsets. Most of the time, that was women doing that shit. That was if it wasn't women, if it was a man doing that shit, it was a gay man. It was an effeminate man.
Yeah. Yeah, and check this out. Like I said, I have a daughter, and my daughter said, like, you know what, Dad, I was in the car with her as I picked her up from school. She said, Dad, like, I don't understand why women and why girls keep saying this unrealistic beauty standards and that men place on us, when in fact is that when you look at all these content creators, they're all females. That we all go on TikTok and watch our favorite content creators and influencers who are influencers are all females. That when it comes to makeup, when it comes to the latest trends and everything, just look at the Kardashians. Every young girl is trying to mimic the Kardashians. Every girl got a BBL because of the Kardashians, and then now when the Kardashians got away from the BBLs, then the girls started trying to do away with it and stuff like that. It's women, it's females that's doing it. Where do the guys come into all this? And what also proved it too, even like when my daughter, when she gets dressed up and she hangs out with her, when she goes to school, she's talking on the phone on Discord with her girlfriends, like, if we're going to dress up like this and we're going to show these girls that and the other that that they dress better, and nowhere in the conversation has anything to do with a boy. It's all about girls.
I remember you posting that. I remember you posting that. I remember you made a post about that a while back. Nothing to do with the guy. The guy is a byproduct. You know what I'm saying? Or if they do it, it's the see, I could take his man because he's not da type shit. Yeah, but no, a lot of times the guy is often the byproduct of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's to me, it's funny. It's funny as hell because
they pretend they have no hierarchy. Women pretend that only guys are competitive. That we have this hierarchy.
Women are hella competitive.
Women pretend they don't have that shit. Women pretend they're just innocent. That they don't have no hierarchy. There's peace amongst them and all kinds of shit. It's just men that instilled it in them. Like, come on.
They are under. Matter of fact, their competition is actually in some cases underhanded. Because at least with if me and you were in competition, we would at least find a respectable, things wouldn't get too underhanded. You know what I'm saying? If we knew each other, like say for example, we were talking, we knew each other's certain soft spots or certain secrets or whatever. We wouldn't use that as fuel. Women
always hit below the belt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why even in relationships, that's why I keep my feelings to myself when I got into relationships with women, because they claimed that they would never throw shit back in your face or to hurt you and stuff like that. The moment you piss her off or the moment you get into a heated argument, I have restraint. I won't say things that's going to hurt her because I care about her and I care about her feelings and stuff like that. I'm not going to say things below the belt that's going to destroy her emotions, destroy her feelings and stuff. But she don't give a fuck about that. She's going to hit me as hard as she can fucking hit me.
And she'll be wrong. It should be wrong. She was already wrong to begin with, but see now y'all start arguing, and then she hits below the belt. See, I've got that's one of the reasons why I ain't in a relationship now, because I know I got a smart mouth, and I'm like, don't play with me, because I'll be the first one. I'm like, I'll fight right back, because I'm like, you hit below the belt. Okay, so that's. Oh well, that's why this and this. Okay, well that's why X, Y, and Z, right? Oh well, exactly. I can't believe you said no. Okay, no, you can come on, cry. Matter of fact, come on. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you didn't like it, huh? What did we learn? as I'm sitting there, patting her head, like, okay, what did we learn? Okay, thank you. Here we go, because I'm not about to play that. You got to
do it every time. They do it every time.
You can't do. I no. I'm not nice about that shit.
They do it every time, and then they wonder, like, how come you never share anything with me, this, that, and the third? And I tell them, like, remember last time, and I bring back that argument that we had, and that
was long. That was that long ago. That was so long.
They still making an excuse. They still making an excuse. And the thing that gets me the most is when you are upset, and then you tell them why, and they played a part in why you upset, and then you tell them the truth, then they're upset at you that you're upset at them.
Right.
And then now you find yourself like, wait a minute, now you find yourself like apologizing or defending yourself for your feelings that she asked you to lay out to her. Like it's just fucking ridiculous.
It's wild, bro. It's wild,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
But then it's like, you know what? When I see shit like that, I'm like, bro, I'm glad I'm single, bro. Because like
Yeah.
half of these
So,
girls wouldn't like
oh yeah,
as my homeboy Spades would say before you left, we ain't making it.
yeah.
We
So
ain't making it.
all you guys who want a girlfriend, be careful what you wish for. Because like I
Mhm.
said, when I wanted a girlfriend so bad, God gave me my baby mom. He said, nigga, like I try to protect you from her, but nigga, you want her? Here, you can have her.
God gave me
He
my
gave
baby
her to
mama.
me and turned my life upside down. She turned
Mm-mm.
my life upside fucking down. You
Bro,
know what
I'm
I'm
telling
saying?
you, it's
And every
wild.
guy on the outside, like, bro, you so lucky to have her. You don't have no idea what the fucking hell that this woman put me through. So just
Right.
because a woman look nice and it looks nice on the outside doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's good. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like it does not mean it's good.
Yo.
So count your blessings and stop comparing yourself to other people, especially
Yeah.
couples and stuff. Stop seeing stuff on social media and thinking that these people are living these perfect life or that this man has the perfect woman. Because you
Right.
don't know what kind of shit that he's going through with that woman behind closed doors and off of social media. You don't know
Right.
what the hell that woman doing.
Just
You know what
take
I'm
it for
saying?
what it is. If they do like entertaining skits and shit, hey, just take it for what it is.
Take
Like,
it for what it
and
is.
they do
So stop.
dances together. Because there's a couple on
Yeah.
YouTube that I follow that I happen to come, well, not follow, but I happen to come across lately. That comes across my
Mm-hmm.
feed. There's like a English couple. I think they do
Mm-hmm.
TikTok dances together. You know what I'm saying? Along with also other family members. And I'm like, yo, that's cute. That'd be cute to do. Like, okay, you know, cute. That's cute. Call it for what it is. But I'm like, I'm not gonna sit up here and oh, they're so perfect together. I wish we had, I wish I had a girlfriend that would do this shit with
Yeah,
it.
and
Like,
women, yeah,
man,
and
nah,
what makes it
bro.
worse is what makes it even crazier is that women is so influenced by what they see on the internet, and then now she comes to you. Well, such and such, they're doing this, that, and the other. I seen it on Facebook or I saw it on this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, but that's them. What the
Yeah,
hell they gotta do with us and stuff like that? Now she's trying to compare me or compare our relationship to their relationship. You
yeah,
don't know what the fuck is going on. That's the social media is all lies, all fake.
yep,
It tells half truths. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like you don't know what's going on behind that picture and stuff like that. They
That's
could have been
facts.
just got into an argument. They could have been doing all kinds of stuff before they took that picture. You just don't
Right.
know and stuff. And now you're trying to compare our relationship to something that's fake on the internet. And women do it all
Yeah,
the time. But you see the trend going on. A lot of women are divorcing their husbands because they watched a TikTok video of single women talking about how good it is being single or this, that, and the third. Then they go back, divorce their husbands, and then end up regretting it because then they go out in the dating field, they realize like, oh shit, the dating market is fucking crazy out this piece.
yeah.
I've been in a relationship for over 20 years. Now I'm out here, it's totally different and stuff. I'm struggling out here.
I
You know
know
what I'm
it.
saying?
I
Because
know it.
women they see what they see on social media,
And they think
and
it's
then
real
they
life.
yeah,
So
and they get this feel.
real quick, I had to refresh chat on my end. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know why I thought my chat had stopped for a minute, but I refreshed chat. Um,
Mhm.
if you can, do me a favor, drop me a link to your comic, so I can put it in the chat for everybody.
Oh yeah, no, it's good that you said that. My comic don't come out until the fall. My comic is done. Like I guess we can get to that real quick and
Yeah.
everything. I started my comic book
I
company.
was missing. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, I was missing everything. Chat. My bad. I don't know what happened because I'm sitting there looking. I was like, why is it still stuck on the same thing? But yeah, Fatal Chris. Yeah, you right though. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Prince, what yet? How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, it be happy. Yeah, Mugen is hilarious, y'all. But yeah, so let's get into that. Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah, yeah.
yeah, link it in. Like, if you can link
Yeah,
it
yeah,
anyway, we'll get into
oh yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So
But yeah, let's
okay,
get into that. Let's get into that. Yeah, we
yeah, the
we.
name of my comic book company is called Venus and Ryan Comics. This is my comic. This is my shirt right here.
Yeah.
I got the LLC and everything 3 years ago. I started my comic
Hey.
book company 3 years ago. The reason why that my first comic is just now going to come out it's going to launch this fall is because I spent the 3 years working on my comic book universe Bible. I've been working on characters. I got over
Mm.
100 characters. I got 100 characters. I'm the writer. I have an artist, this Chinese woman in the Philippines, and she the one who drew
Okay.
all this stuff that you see back here. Like her art
Ooh.
is like phenomenal and shit like that.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
me and her got a good business relationship. Me and her been working together for 3 years and stuff. She's been my artist and everything, but I've been spending 3 years working on this. Now, like I said, I don't have Eric July money, so I had to spend 3 years. I had to spend 3 years building up. I spent a total of 30K of my own money for the past 3 years getting stuff drawn up, getting things in place and stuff like that. So now that I finally got to the point to where okay, this year starting in January, I finally start on my first get my first comic book drawn up. like I said, this is a shared universe, which means I have different series. Everything you see here are different series, but these characters all share the same space, meaning that some of these characters are eventually going to cross over. Like what's right, like this bottom picture right here. This is pretty much my Avengers team, Valiant and Cinder. So each of those characters got their own book, but they all eventually they're
gonna cross. They're gonna come together and team up.
Come together as a team and stuff like that. But as I'm saying before, my first comic book series is about that's going to launch the universe. It's going to launch this fall. And the thing is, I did something that I think that some people or most people would go through crowdfunding to get the money to get the book made. No, I spent my own money to get the book made. So pretty much the Kickstarter is going to be pretty much you guys pre-ordering. You pre-order campaign, pre-ordering the book, and you getting the different merchandise and stuff like that. My brothers, Keel Lancer and Dia Strike, which I'll post that link too. They got a t-shirt business and stuff. So they make t-shirts. They also make mugs and stuff. I'll give you an example. This is a mug. This is a mug to one of my comic book characters. Right here. We make mugs and stuff like that, merchandise, and we make hoodies, leggings. We do hats, everything and stuff like that. So so when the campaign does come up, you'll be able to it's going to have 4 variant covers, of course. And also you better get different goodies and everything, like, you know, hats, mugs, hoodies, or whatever you can be able to get with the packaging and everything like that. But I spent 3 years doing this, spent a lot of my own damn money into this. I'm confident in it. I can't wait to be able to express myself and share my vision with the rest of the world. And the thing is, I just want to just share. I just want to share, like, my brain, share what's in my head and put it out there, and hopefully it garner a fan base. I'm not trying to save comic books or anything like that. That's not my job. I'm just here just to entertain, and hopefully it builds a following and everything. And also, man, I believe in it so much, I even got the face art on my custom arcade stick.
Nice.
With my character on it too. And what was so funny about it was I went to the company to do the faceplate. I sent them the artwork, and then I didn't know that they replied back to me like 5 minutes later, because after I submitted it, I went about my business. So 3 days went by. I checked my email, and I got a message from them they did 3 days ago, and they said, "Sorry, we can't print this because this artwork is copyrighted. It's owned by Venus Orion Comics." I said, "Oh, it's me." Like, they don't know that I'm the owner. So it felt good. It felt good that my shit is protected and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I told them that I'm the owner. I gave them my information and stuff. And they said, oh my God, you the owner? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, we'll get the print right away. Matter of fact, we got some deals as well. Since I'm a company, man, these companies was coming to me with all kinds of different deals and packages and stuff that I can choose from and stuff like that. So it feels good to own something, and it feels good when my copyright certificates came in for all my characters and the story that I got. It felt good seeing their names and everything on the copyright certificate. So man, like I'm really excited for it. And the thing is, expect a teaser for the launch, probably in August or something like that. I'll have the teaser. So then when the teaser drop, the Kickstarter will drop, so you can get notified for when the actual launch happens around maybe September or October. Because right now, what I'm doing is I'm spending the whole summer to get my promotional video, my Kickstarter video and stuff, because there's a lot of work going into it, because I'm gonna fancy this shit the fuck up. Like I'm going all out. So it's costing me money. I get my artists to draw some things with some of the artwork for shirts and stuff like that as well. And you'll be able to buy these posters too. I mean, these posters are unofficial. It's only meant for me, but there's a lot of people on my YouTube channel that do, like, I want to buy one of those posters. So I said, okay, I'll make those limited or like that, because these are only supposed to be for me. These are not the official ones. Right. But so I'll be putting it out there. But yeah, it's one big shared universe, and I can't wait. So if you don't want to read this series, you can definitely read this series, and you don't have to worry about, you know, needing knowledge from every book to understand what's going on. No, you can just read this standalone story, and you will be able to pick up pieces like, oh, this is happening during this and this, that, and the third. But when you read each of these series, it tells the bigger story of the universe itself by reading the different series. But there's a series. There's going to be a series for everybody to enjoy. If you want to click off them. If there's a particular one that you want, then just read those and stuff like that. And then when I do crossovers, I will have, you know, free video content that summarize certain things that you need to know, certain key points or key events
from old books that you may have missed.
Yeah, that you may have missed. So you don't have to worry about, oh man, I gotta run out and buy this. No, like you don't have to worry about that. You know, I'm not trying to hit your pockets up and stuff like that. I want you to just be invested in my universe. Like I want to see people make theories and, and come up with their own explanations to certain things and stuff. And there's gonna be a lot of world building elements in all my books that you'll be able to piece stuff together. And that's what I'm looking forward to. And this is my
That's
first
good.
time publishing something as a writer.
Yeah.
This is my first book as a writer. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
nervous and anxious.
Hey,
You know?
as you should. I got a couple of questions in here actually.
Yeah.
So one, let me see. I'm gonna ask a couple of questions here. One of them was from actually one's from Fatal Crest and one's from Common Misconceptions.
Mhm.
One was Fatal Crest was asking about pricing.
Okay, well, the pricing for my book is gonna be dependent on the variants. So like my base book is gonna be like $15, and then it goes up based on the different variants
Or variants.
that you get and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, so you already have a price already. All right.
yeah.
First, and also
You know,
welcome Hero Darky Duck. I hope you're doing well. Let
thank
me see. Where is it? He also Common Misconception also asked, do you buy from the Rippaverse or are you? Because I know we talked about there.
yeah. I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you asked that question. Um, I got my Yaira came in.
Yeah.
This is my first entry.
Your first
Into
entry.
the Rippaverse.
Welcome. I
Well,
got
like I
ice
said,
on.
like I said before, I'm like ever since I started getting into like the indie space like 3 years ago, I
Yeah.
said, yo, like this is a new hobby. This is a new hobby for me. I just started getting into collecting indie comics and stuff. And
Yeah.
I went to Brooklyn Comic Con and stuff like that, and started meeting a lot of indie like writers, artists, and stuff like that. And I also got Common America.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard about
Special
that.
edition is a pretty good book and stuff like that. Before I get back to Yaira, and then also from Tyler, Carpenter, the girl with the mega fist. I can't wait to get
Oh
volume two.
yeah. You know what?
This is good. This is good. I like this. This is really, really good.
I've been meaning to get into that. There's a couple of people that I've been looking into that I've been.
It's
I
really
got
good.
Project. Did you get Project Niosis? There's one. Eric.
Yeah, I'm glad. I was about to get to that. I met the creator. at Brooklyn
You did.
Comic Con.
Nice.
I follow him and everything. I got the Project Neosis right here. Hold up 1 second.
Cause I got
What he did was he's like, look, just get one. It's like get these two, and I'll throw the other one in like for $2. So altogether I paid $20 for all three Project Neosis. I'm gonna read these over during the week. I'm gonna read Yaira during the week as well because I wanted to get finished this right here, the Tuskegee Heirs, because there was a lot of black indie comic book creators too that I wanted to show some support to these brothers and sisters as well.
Fair enough.
And these I read these, I finished these. These are really, really good.
Okay.
Like that. So I'm gonna pick up the other volumes as well. And then I bought from Rob Taylor. He started his own. He's a draw for Todd McFarlane, and he used to draw for DC. Okay. And he started his own Nightjack black artist and writer as well. So I bought this book, and he has his own shared universe and everything. So when I say I support, and I'm going to be backing more campaigns and stuff. I'm not sitting here just trying to talk shit.
Yeah,
and, and say, oh yeah, we gotta support these indies creators, and then you're not spending the dime. You're not even spending the dime at all.
Exactly.
So
Bro, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I got right now. I told you I mentioned Project Niosis, right? So I got Project Niosis right here. I got the volume 1. It has volume 0 through I think 3. I think it was. Because I got to think of via Kickstarter. So, but then also I got into the Rippaverse stuff. So I got ISOM 1 and 2 as a pack because when ISOM 1 came out, I didn't have a place to live at the time. The family and I, we were like, we didn't have a place to live, so we were trying to get through that, make it through that shit. So when ISOM 2 came out, we had a place, and I was like, yo, is there a catch-up pack? Eric July was like, yeah, we do. So I got ISOM 1 and 2 as a catch-up pack. And then when Alpha Core came out, I got Alpha Core. And then I got Yaira. I just got the books. I didn't get like the actual merch and stuff. I like I said, I just wanted to keep it simple with the books and stuff,
I'll be doing that with my book too, like a catch-up pack. When I start building and stuff, I'll be doing catch-up packs and all kinds of other stuff like that as well. But yeah, the Rippaverse, this is my first entry.
You'll like it. I
My
was
first entry stuff like
finishing up
that.
reading. You'll like it honestly.
Yeah.
The reason why I mentioned Eric July is because you and him have a similar premise, right? Y'all just want to make a
Mhm.
good comic book universe, and that's something that is a right now is something that's needed in right now, and that's
Mhm.
I like that. I like the fact that it's needed, and I know Eric's catching a lot of unneeded flack right now about bullshit because right now they're mad. Like people are mad at Eric because he didn't kiss their ass basically, and I'm calling it
Mhm.
just like that. Like they didn't kiss
Mhm.
they didn't kiss his ass, they or he didn't kiss their asses. Like these people that are supposedly the gatekeepers of indie
Yeah.
comics, they're not really doing anything. They're not putting anything out. They're more invested in drama than comics. And Eric just said, "Fuck it, I'm doing my own thing." He's a comic book fan. He had a knowledgeable about comics, and people were like, well, why don't you make your own? Blah blah blah. The usual bullshit.
Mhm.
Well, if you hate Marvel or DC so much, since you always want to critique them, why don't you make your own? And the funny thing was, he was already going to make his own, but I guess he started the Rippaverse a little bit
You know, the funny
early.
part was, yeah. Well, the funny part was when he announced that he has, because I just, like I said, 3 years ago, I already got the LLC for my Venus and Ryan comics, so I already had in my head like, yeah, I can't wait to start this comic book. And then out of nowhere, he announced his. I said, oh shit, he's doing one. He has a comic book company now too. I said,
Yeah,
oh, this is the timing it is, the coincidence it is.
yeah,
I said,
exactly.
I gotta see where I gotta see where. That's why I've been following. I want to see because like I said, I look at a lot of indie comic creators and stuff, but I look at Eric July. And I said, let me see what this brother does. I want to
Yeah,
see how he laid his plans out and everything. As I'm in the background working on my stuff. Like I said, I
yeah.
don't got Eric July money, so I can't launch right now.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like it's gonna take time for me to launch mine or whatever like that. But
No,
I've been watching this
and
brother
that's the
do his thing,
beautiful
man.
part, and that's the beautiful part about it, and that's what indies. That's one of the reasons why I support Eric July, and I like his success, right? Because one, he put in work, and the thing with Eric, and what I've noticed, and with anybody else, like there's a level of work, and like what you said, there's a time of hidden time of work that people didn't know about, right? Now in
Hmm.
Eric's case, he already has a following, you know, from other shit that he does, like from him being a
Hmm.
libertarian, from his
Yeah.
music, from his
Music.
other content creating stuff like that. That's fine. Like, but he also leverages that, so he has
Hmm.
that advantage. That's fine,
Smart.
right? Which is extremely smart. You know what I'm saying? But then you got, like I said, you got these other people that, oh well, Eric doesn't know what he's talking about. If you go look at his channel, you could do an easy search and look at his shit. This man knows
Yeah.
what he's talking about. Okay, and matter of fact, this
Yeah.
dude pulled a cheat code too. This man literally, some of the people that he got on his team are people that
Mhm.
that are like fucking legends. This is like the man literally went. It's like playing NBA 2K, creating a team and getting like the best players on the team for your own dream team. That's what he's doing right now. It's fucking amazing, and people are mad about it, and I love it. These are the people that are like, because he's creating something that is just people, like, it's just a comic book universe. There's no message there's not really a message involved. It's about the universe itself, the fan
Mhm.
theories, the like you're talking about. Like I said, that's why I'm like, hey,
Mhm.
yo, I like what you're talking about, because you want people to be
Bro,
involved. Fan theories,
bro.
people to guess about characters, even if it's off the wall, it could be wrong as fuck, but people
That's
are
what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to people just talking about my characters and just theorizing. Like I said, I eat and sleep my comic stuff all day. That's all I do. I wake up and just breathe this shit.
good.
That's how excited I am about this. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't wait to people build personal connections. But when it comes to Eric July, what I also noticed, see what's going on is a lot of elitism. Like, and that's what any community, the Mugen
Yeah,
community, gaming community, whatever,
yeah,
even in the indie comic space. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there that think that you, as an indie comic creator, that you're supposed to struggle, that you're supposed to be starting at the very bottom, and you
yeah,
got to climb your way out to the top. And a lot of these, and the reason why I like July blew out, he used everything to his advantage, the
yeah,
music, his
yeah.
politics, and all this other type of stuff. But a lot of these other people, they don't have a huge following. They don't have anything. So they feel as though they feel as
They
though that
barely have that. They barely have what they have
yeah,
now. And you
yeah.
have
So they
some of those people also, I gotta throw this in here. Some of the people
mhm,
that were going against Eric July were comic pros, quote unquote,
mhm,
that they had the title of, oh, I worked for Marvel DC, but now I stopped and I'm doing my own thing, and that's where people know me from, as of, I used to
Yeah.
do this type shit. I
Yeah.
used to be, that type shit. That's the
Yeah.
other problem.
Yeah, and the thing about the Rippaverse, like I said, like regardless of how people are allowed to feel what they feel about it. But yo, like at this point, this brother, he's giving his audience what they want. Like if you don't like what he's doing, then why the fuck do you care? Like his audience is getting what they want. If you're not going to buy into it, then there's why are you still harping on it? Just move on to something else. But the detractors, they found out also his name brings money. His name brings money. That's why they got platforms of their own. If you constantly talk about him, people who don't like him is going to give you money. It's all a grift. Like everybody's grifting. Like okay, I'm gonna make a podcast. I'm gonna talk about Eric July. People who don't like Eric July, they're gonna come into my podcast. They're gonna give me money to talk about Eric July.
Right.
And then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start a comic book of my own. I'm gonna start a comic book on my own, just to spite Eric July. So people who don't like Eric July is going to buy my book just to get back just to spite Eric July. It's all a grift.
Which doesn't. It's all a grift. Where here comes the grift part, right? This is where the grift comes in. A lot of people, right? One of the people that was going against Eric July was a pretty big name too, right? One of them, one of the froggy varieties. That's what we're gonna go. We're gonna call it, because you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I've been around the drama. I don't talk. I've been around the drama. I've been listening to the drama. And at first, like I said, I like to open my ears to both sides. I don't pick because I want to stay informed. I want to know what people are saying on the detractor side, and I want to know what people are saying on the Rippaverse side. But after a while, man, it's just like enough is enough. Like how many times you gonna keep ragging or
the same point.
Ripper send, and the next thing you know, oh, he's doing this, that, and the other. Then he comes out with another this. Oh, he's doing this. It's over for him. I'm like at this point,
y'all said that back in ISO 1, and now 3.7 million.
Like I said, you're allowed to criticize. There's nothing wrong with that. But then there's a point where you just hating at that point. Like no matter what he does, you try to find an issue at what he does. And my advice to Eric July is just ignore it, because I think what made it worse was he was responding to it, and that really got him into a lot of mess and whatever like that. Let your haters say what they say.
I'm gonna disagree here, right? Because at some point, this is what happens when. So we agree. I agree to disagree. You have somewhat of a point, right? But at some point, there's a line where you just don't cross, right? And right now, that's what we're dealing with right now.
Oh no, not that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking when the first criticism started to come out. I'm not talking about the crazy stuff. I'm not talking about the crazy stuff that these detractors are doing. No. No, something has to be done. But it got to that point when he started responding to the little things. Like I learned being MugenLord. Like I'm not as big as Eric July, but as MugenLord, I started realizing when Mugen Infantry starts, every time I put a new video out, if I had a typo in my video, these dudes would make a whole thing about it.
Right.
And the thing is, I learned early, don't respond to it, because they get off on that and they'll keep pressing when they realize that they pushing my buttons, and then they start upping. They start upping the antics.
Right, and then also too. Well, the other thing too with Eric, what he would do too, because he would do this thing called monetize your haters, right? Where people will come in and talk to him and try to, he'll have in his end. From what I noticed, and this is probably why he stopped. This is just pure speculation, by the way.
Yeah.
He was doing it to encourage a discussion with people that were bold enough to disagree with him and have their weirdo takes, but also wanted to have a conversation, right? But then what happened was a lot of it went out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people started saying this shit, and and Eric isn't, from what I saw, he's not the type to shy away from confrontation. So that's what he would do. He was like, all right, well, look, this is your opportunity. We're going to have a monetize your hater segment, blah, blah, blah. Right. So when the business started kicking in, he started, and then that's when he started pivoting. And then everybody's like, well, Eric can't take criticism. That's not the case. What he did was pivot. And now people, the same people, that think that he's doing the same monetize your hater option, they're saying now that he can't take criticism because, oh, well, you don't do this thing no more. No.
You're right. I'm about to say that because me with Venus and Ryan Comics, like once I launched this comic book, like I'm already a company, but once I launched this comic book, I'm a company. Like I can't go around arguing with motherfuckers, like, and doing all this shit of like that, because that's going to tarnish my brand. It's going to, especially if you're employing people, you put other people's jobs at risk. There's going to be certain things that I won't be able to do because I have an image to uphold, and that's what when Eric July, he started realizing that. Like I said, I started noticing a shift started happening because he started realizing, like, yo, I'm a businessman. I can't be going, because you don't see Bill Gates going out there arguing with motherfuckers. You don't see Phil Spencer going out there cussing motherfuckers out on and debating niggas on podcasts and shit like that, because he's a businessman first and foremost, and he has an audience, and he has a fan base that he needs to cater to. He don't have no time to be arguing and stuff like that. And Eric July, he had to get into that. He had to change that mindset.
Because he was a creator,
that content creator. He's not a creator no more. He's a businessman, and I also is starting to learn that myself, that I can't be going on arguing with people and doing all this other type of stuff when
especially when they don't have anything to argue about. Like, that's the it's a difference to have, like, I have yet to see, and this is just my personal opinion when it comes to the Eric July people, detractors, whatever. The detractors that I've seen, most of them have no, like, they have no solid point, and they're a little they're unhinged. Okay, there's some that have even made it their life. They say they're on one detractor said, and I quote, that they're on a mission from God, that God gave them a mission to destroy the Rippaverse. As you rolled your eyes, okay, that's exactly what I said. These people are stupid. Like, I say it straight like that. Now, me, I don't necessarily have much. I try to be respectful to folks, but, like, I've gotten to the point where I kind of, like, I don't have a filter with folks, because I'm like, you see this striped shirt I got on is kind of like me. I'm like a ref, right? I see bullshit and I call it. I blow the whistle. I'm like, bro, that's bullshit. Like, Eric said this, that, and the third, bro. Like, no, he didn't say that.
Man, a lot of that, man. It's a lot of autism and shit going on too with a lot of them, with a lot of those detractors too. There's a lot of autism going on,
bro.
So autism, it's a lot of that shit kicking in.
Autism is putting it nicely. Okay, it's full blown mental retardation with a lot of them clowns over there, bro. I got a couple of them. I got a couple of them that be trying to hate watch me, that do the same shit with me. Like, oh well, you're and Renown Zero. Shout out to Renown Zero in the chat, by the way, he came in. But I'm like, they sit up there. Well, we gotta see what LG is talking about. He's a Rippaverse simp because he bought the Rippaverse comics. He's a simp for the Rippaverse, bro. I literally, all I bought was the comics, because that's all I wanted was the comics. That's it. That's literally all I wanted.
Bro, like after a while, like I said, I watched both the Rippaverse side, and I used to watch the detractor side, but after a while, man, it started getting unbearable on that side, because now you're just picking at every little thing. You'll take you'll take a small thing and make a whole hour stream,
right? And trying to find shit. Trying to find shit. Now people are thinking it's okay to visit the warehouse and all that extra. I'm like, y'all,
it's just a joke. It's just a joke, bro.
No, that's not you took that shit away. And the only reason why I say it, like I said, and I told somebody this before, right? And the only way it will work as a joke is if both parties got to be in on it, right? Like, if, say, for example, like me and you, if me and you, we friends, we hang out, and I do that. Hey, I'm pulling up to your house, and I put bunny stickers on your house. Okay, it's a fucking joke. It's done in lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's nothing serious. It might catch you off guard. It might be a shocker if I do it unexpectedly. I just pop up. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That's different. Bro. But if I don't know you you don't know me from a can of paint on the internet, and I'm sitting there saying this off the wall ass shit, and I'm sitting there going to your, finding information, pulling up personal information to, you know what I'm saying? That's where we have the problem. That's the weirdo behavior. And honestly, that's the kind of stuff, like, and I said it before, and I'm saying it here. This is the type of stuff that gets folks hit. Okay, that's the stuff that kind of gets folks. Well, are you advocating for violence? No, I'm just talking real. It's called common fucking sense, dude. I've seen people. Matter of fact, the crazy thing about this shit, I've seen people get beat up for less. Okay, I've seen people get beat up for wearing the wrong color on the wrong street. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You wearing blue. Oh, why are you wearing blue on this street, Holmes? Who are you? and you go home black and blue. You know what I'm saying? You wearing blue, now your shirt black and blue with red on your shirt. Now because you done wore the wrong color. You know what I'm saying? You go out here doing all this extra shit, bro. You better be glad the police is only getting involved with this shit. That's it could be a whole other thing. But like I said, I it's that those are just weirdos on the internet, and sometimes for certain people that discourages people from being creative. And I'm like, no, because I saw somebody that I know on Twitter say some shit.
Yeah, my artist was scared because she was saying that they criticize us? Will people just criticize us like they criticize Eric and stuff like that? I was like, look, that's Eric. That's Eric's going through it. I said, we doing our own thing. Like, don't even think about that. I mean, as you get successful, you're going to have haters. And I said, whatever you do, do not type your name up on social media, as this stuff, as we do our thing and stuff like that. Because you're going to have people that's going to say things. But she was even getting scared and getting nervous because she started seeing all the videos and stuff and the detractors and everybody saying things about Eric and stuff. I said, what if this happened to us? I like, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But dude, like it gets ridiculous. And like I said, I've been through it as MugenLord. I had people. Remember back in the day, back in the earlier YouTube days, you was able to create your own backgrounds. You maybe was able to put your pictures. Remember back then you had subscribers and you had friends. You had all that stuff. You did to personalize your backgrounds and stuff. And I remember on my girlfriend's who was my baby mom, it wasn't my baby mom yet, but she had a YouTube channel. She was a singer or whatever like that. Yeah. So they would go, they would take her background, it was a picture of her that she had. Yeah, and me on there in the background. They took her picture, Mugen Infantry, took the picture, and then Photoshop a black eye, and then they would say, and they would put the words, and this is what MugenLord does to his white bitches and shit like that. Wow. And it was just wild. And they would go on her page, calling her N-word lovers and stuff like that. It was just wild. And no matter what I post, they would just take anything. And then they had one person that made a channel. They would just take my clips and then they would ad-lib to it and stuff. And you had some people who thought that was actually me. I'm like, I don't even sound like it's some white dude that's trying to sound black and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But they used to do a whole bunch of that stuff to me. So I've been there. I've definitely been there. And I learned. Just don't respond to them. Once I started learning not to respond to them, it eventually started fading off. It started going away. I wasn't replying to them and shit like that.
At some point, I do believe at some point, and this is like I said, this is where we differ, right? For the most part, I feel like it's a societal problem, right? Because I believe that society has not. We always punish those that are the respondent agency in society. Look at it in school. Okay? Look at it in school. When you was getting, like somebody was bullying you in school, they didn't really do much. But the minute you stepped up, the minute you try to fight,
happened to me.
You get in trouble. Both of y'all, the best case scenario, what? Y'all both get in trouble. Right, y'all, both of y'all happen. Oh well, y'all, and then God forbid if something worse would have happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Oh well, we need to stop the bullying, guys. We need to. No, some people won't learn, and I said this before, and this makes me sound like a bit bad guy for saying it, but I don't give a fuck. Some people not gonna learn until they're on their back. Some people will not learn until they get met with that same type of energy that they put out, because some people were never brought up with respect. Some people were never brought up with that level of understanding of other people and understanding of social cues or whatever. Like if people keep picking on, you keep picking on somebody, that person you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what that person's dealing with. And you may say the right thing at the right time, and you're gonna get the reaction that you thought you was gonna get. And you may become a target, and nobody should feel. I feel like we need to stop catering to bullies. We need to stop. We need to stop always having to take the high road all the time. Is not always the best option. You know what I'm saying? If it
depends on the case. If it's violence, if you going to constantly keep, if it's physical violence, no, I'm nipping that shit in the bud. Like I'm gonna crash you the fuck out. But when it comes to internet trolling and all that internet disrespect and stuff like that, where you can't touch them. The thing that gets them keep going when they realize that they can press your buttons. And I learned that over time. Like the more and more I respond, the more and more it gives them content to keep talking shit and keep pressing my buttons. And once I realized that when I stopped that, they got no more fuel. They got nothing because I'm not paying no mind. Like I tell my when I do my streams, every once in a while we'll have some people come in my chat and would call me all kinds of N words, or they would say something racist towards me and stuff,
Yeah.
I don't even respond to them in the chat. I will continue to have my conversation. I tell my chat, don't even argue with them and shit like that, because they look like fucking idiots. Because the moment they don't respond to them,
Yeah.
even them say like, damn, like dude, like you got resilience. Like y'all guys have a good day. They left.
Yeah.
They literally said they said what they said to me. They left because they realized that I'm not gonna sit there and cry and cuss. They fuck you guys, because the more and more they see that, okay, we're gonna keep coming back to this guy's stream, because I know every time I type something in, he gave me 15 seconds of fame. So I'm gonna keep going back to his stream, keep typing that shit in, because he keep responding to it. But the moment I didn't respond to it, he said, "Oh man, I gotta give it to you, this MugenLord. Like you got some resilience. Y'all guys have a good day," and he just left. You know what I'm saying?
I'm blocking and moving, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Block you, Tom.
Yeah,
you can watch from in the outside of your glass looking in.
Yeah. And now I don't got those type of people that come to my stream, because like I just ignore it, because I'll watch streamers all day. Somebody call them the N word, they will make it will fuck up their whole stream program. Now they're arguing with them. They make a bunch of videos and like, dude, like now all you're gonna do is you just send a beacon out to other people who's like that. Now they're gonna definitely come to your channel now. Now they definitely look at Low Tier Guy. People love trolling Low Tier Guy, because Low Tier Guy keep responding to everybody.
Low Tier got his ass anyway. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know it, but I'm giving you an example. He makes it worse for himself. He makes it worse for himself because he goes out his way to respond to these people and stuff like that. Just the moment you ignore them, they don't have nothing. Like you make them famous when you respond to them.
Dude is trash.
I learned that. I'm talking about internet. It was this internet shit. It's different when if a person is coming at you physically, no. You nip that shit in the bud, but when it's coming to this internet shit, it's a totally different language.
That's the thing. Like that. That's why I say you nip it in the bud either way, because it can turn into that. There's people, and we've seen our fair share, not just with the Eric July situation. I'm talking about, I've seen some shit where people will try to escalate it and start doing shit worse than what they did with you, with the taking your picture of your baby mama or whatever. Like folks will do stupid shit like that, and honestly, like I said, to me it's the same. To me it's the same consequence, the same coin to me. Because at the end of the day, like me personally, I don't do that shit unless, like, when people say, oh, well, you got haters, da 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 da. Like, honestly, these people on the internet, like, I don't necessarily hate them. Like, I really don't give two shits, right? Because I've actually got actual people that I don't like, and I've dealt with. It's actually on my YouTube channel that I've dealt with before, that I used to be friends with, and they ended up turning the tail on me, and I ended up calling that shit out, and I'm like, nah, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's an actual beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people want this internet, what they call blood sports and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, ain't no blood sports for what? Blood sports for what? You have nothing to operate with. You're over here trying to get money because you think you can get attention. Okay, now look, now you over here trying to make your own comic book. Your comic book looks like shit. Okay. And there's a couple of them. And I'm not talking about one in particular. There's a couple of them that's doing this shit. One of them that's really been going after Eric for years, since the Monetize Your Haters, is doing his own comic book. Allegedly supposed to be coming out. It was supposed to come out Q2 of this year. Yeah, that shit's late than a motherfucker. Dude shows some progress. The shit's ass. Okay, another person doing the same thing. Trying to, now all of a sudden they've been sitting there making all this Eric's live videos. Like you said, they realize, oh well, it's getting me attention. It's getting me attention. Oh, yeah. I've never done. And they keep going. Books like that. Yeah, and they can try to sell their books, and ain't nobody. They're not making. And the crazy part is when they start talking about their books, they're not getting no traction. That's the crazy part. They're not getting as much traction. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not at all, because that same level of, because they're getting that same level of kickback. That's the irony of this shit. You know what I'm saying? They're getting that same level of kickback that they getting Eric. They're giving Eric or anybody else, so they can't get that shit back. And so that's why, like, me personally, it's always a balance of, and that's the issue. When I took with somebody, was like, it's a fundamental balance, like a fundamental difference, right? Okay, so what you can grift? What else do you have to offer? If that's your entire channel, your entire channel is you based off of you drifting off of one thing or another. So I didn't get my subscribers from just over here talking shit about other people. Yeah, I support Eric July and the Rippaverse, sure, but I didn't get it. Most of my subscribers didn't come through that. Most of my subscribers came through me doing my music, my gaming, I did my DJ mixes, you know what I'm saying, my stuff like that. I don't know
Mhm.
if you had a chance to look at them, but yeah, I'll share with you off stream if you like.
Mhm.
That's the thing. That's the part that gets, that's like, to me, that's the thing. It's a fundamental difference. It's like, okay, so what, you're making your money, or you're making views, or sure, you might get a flash of views, a influx of views because you talk about somebody. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
guess what you got to do to keep that? You got to keep talking about that person to get it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
'Cause
I
no
don't
one gives
have
a
to,
shit about anything else. Yeah.
because I don't have to. I can do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Even if it gets views or not. Like I said, me personally, like, goes back to what we were saying earlier. I do this because I want to. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I want to build my own shit. And when the views do come, it's going to be from other people that have that same mindset. And when we do see people like that's coming in here, oh, they're going to get handled by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? If need be.
Mhm.
So that's my thing. It's like I said, I don't mind. Like I said, I understand how some of these people operate, but sometimes some people say some off the wall ass shit, and it's like, look, bro,
And
it,
it's
it,
over
no,
comic books.
it,
That's the
bro,
crazy
that's
thing.
bruh,
That's the,
bruh.
this is some of the nerdiest shit that you can beef over. Like this is fucking comic books. It's
And they don't even,
comic
and
books,
they're not even
dog.
arguing about the comic itself. It's about
Yeah,
everything else but the comic book. Oh, the comic book
that's
sucks. How? Where? Well, the art, 3D assets, this, that, and the third. They can't even. They look. The shit that they get is from somebody else. That they got from somebody else. Is that they got from somebody else that
mhm.
was wrong a while back. That's where they get this shit from.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it's not. I said, I've been looking at these people and how, like I said, it's all over. It's all over Twitter, man. I see the drama that unfolds and the retweeting and stuff. I'm like, dude, like, damn, like, go outside or something like that. Like, it's not that deep. Like, y'all dudes are like these
These people are
people are going.
married. These people are
Yeah,
married with children.
they're glued to their social. Yeah, they're glued to their social
Not
media
not
and
now, honey.
following
Not
every.
now. Not now, honey. I gotta get this
Yeah,
man on
I'm
the
like,
internet because he
Jesus
made a better
Christ,
comic book than me. You making a
like
whole
Jesus.
podcast, making a whole podcast, getting super chats, and still not fulfilling. This man, this one of the detractors, one of the bigger detractors, literally has about 6 or 7 fucking Kickstarter campaigns not done. People are asking for refunds. That's the part that gets me. See, that's bad business. But let's not get into that, bro. Like, I'll be getting to the chat. Master Hobo, I appreciate you coming in. You
Yeah,
know,
the best part, especially like I'll be going to cons. Like I said, my brother and them got t-shirt company, so we sell a lot of stuff.
yeah,
When we go to different cons, but especially 2025, man, I'm looking forward to
you
that because
should.
I'll actually be hitting the road. I'll have my own booth. I'm gonna have a nice ass setup that's gonna have all my stuff and stuff. Because I'm really, like I said, I want people to know about my characters, know about my comics. I'm gonna be hitting the road a whole lot. I think that's gonna be the fun part, is meeting different people and just building a community. That's what I can't wait for, man. So this, I want to just breathe, eat, sleep, and breathe this. I'll have my
Good.
web when I launch. I'll be launching my Patreon, my website, and the YouTube channel for Venus Orion Comics and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
Jesus, I can't wait.
drop the link for that for me if you can in the Discord, so that way I could
Oh
put
yeah,
that I put that in chat.
okay. So yeah, when
Fatal Crest said, well, "Daddy, can I have a juice box?" I'm like, "No, let me own the Ripperverse, son." That's
yeah,
exactly what they're
so
talking about. Oh shit, people are weird, man. People are weirdos.
yeah, so yeah, my website and stuff is not up yet, but I'll give you my brother and them Strike and Kill T's site, is because I'm an affiliate there, and when I do start my launch or whatever like that, it's gonna be plastered all over their website, and then when you be able to click on it, it'll take you straight to the Kickstarter and stuff like that, or my YouTube channel. Because when I do the video, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be on X. It's gonna be on my Kickstarter. It's gonna be on my YouTube, both my YouTube channels, Venus Orion Comics and MugenLord channel, as well. So you won't be able to miss any of this stuff. So let me go to the chat
Yes, sir.
real quick.
Shout out to Hero Darky Dark in the building, another comic book creator coming through. He's actually a
Oh,
new
dope,
one.
dope,
Yeah, he's a new one.
dope, dope.
He just started. I think he just recently started. This is his first one, and first time. I got so
Yeah.
many stuff ones to support, man. The only reason why I'm leery about pre-order campaigns is because I want my book now. Like literally, I want my book now. I don't want to wait
Yeah,
like 5 months.
and
I want
yeah,
my
and
book.
that's why I can't wait to hit the cons too, because I'll have books on me too, and I'll be selling books when I go to the cons and stuff like that. So people won't have to wait for it and stuff like that as
Mm.
well. The thing is, I came to grow because right now, like I'm just a story writer right now. Eventually, I'll get different writers, but right now, I want to get my
Yeah.
foundation down first before I start going out getting other writers. But I will need different other artists because she can't do all this herself, doing different
Right.
series and stuff like that. So I'm going to need other artists and stuff. And the thing is, the artist has to be on her level or better. Like I'm not accepting anything below that.
Fair.
And
That's
I'm my most of my stuff is anime-ish or it's a mixture of Western and anime type style and stuff like that. So let me see. Is this it right here?
hold up.
I'll put it in the chat right here. All right. The link to my brother and them t-shirt
Um,
company and stuff. Yeah, they do my brother Keel Answer and DX Strike, they're graphic designers. So when you see their designs and everything is graphically designed by them. So you won't be able to find any of these t-shirts or merchandise on Amazon or anywhere. You can only get it from them because they make it themselves and stuff. We have our own heat press machine and stuff and everything. We do everything at our studio and stuff. And I can't wait to get our own press machine printer so we can start printing out posters and stuff. And then we're gonna be complete. I'll be
Hey,
able
I
to
feel
do
that.
everything in house. I'll be
I
able
f-
to do everything in house.
did you? What did you post the link at? I don't see it.
Oh, it's in the chat. It's in the chat. You should be able to
In your, I was gonna say put it in the
in your
Discord
chat.
chat. In my
In your
Discord
chat.
chat.
Oh, I forgot. Oh no, I put it in your live chat. Why the hell I do that? Well, I'm gonna post it right here in your Discord. Here you go.
My
Oh,
bad.
my fault.
Yeah, I got you right there. I was like, what? Wait a minute. I'm sitting there looking for it. Hold on.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, y'all. Y'all go check that out when y'all
And we
can.
do custom. They do custom orders too. So anything that you want on a shirt, and if you're a content creator
Yeah.
and you want merchandise or you want stuff made, like my boy Leon, he did that be with Cassie Cage.
Yeah.
We did some stuff for him and a couple other Twitch streamers and stuff like that, and we put in a nice package and stuff. So you can you can hit them up and you can make an order and say, hey, I would like to have this type of shirt done or mug or hat or whatever
Yeah.
like that.
I'm about to come see about you.
Yeah. But
I'm
yeah,
a,
but I will be going to cons with my comic stuff, and I'll be selling my books at these cons, at these physical locations and stuff. Eventually, I will have an online store, so even so, after the campaign, and those who missed the campaign will eventually be able to get it at the store. I'm still debating if I want to also do digital. I may do digital too. I'm just scared. Like I know I'm a small company. I'm a small company. People don't know who the fuck I am. I'm just scared that get it digital and then people start pirating this shit. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
Instead,
I know that
like
feeling.
look, come on, like we
Pirating.
know
Yeah.
people are advocates for pirating and shit. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that putting out here
Right.
digital, but I've been talking to Tyler. Tyler said, no, dude, like just do it. Put it out there. Like let people be able to get access to it any way they can possibly get access to your book and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, it works. Let me cover this because I know
it's
Rebound Zero real quick wanted me to cover this real quick. This is how this is how stupid people be, right? So Hero Darky Dark, this is in conversation with the whole Eric July stuff, that talking about the whole everybody was been bugging about the Yaira shit, right? So Hero Darky Dark says, oh cool. So you were just making fun of indie comic fans for check notes, enjoying an indie universe from a creator you don't like. No wonder why y'all protect Riley. Attacking fans for not supporting the right people must be the new in thing to do to protect the indie space, right? So this is also coming from another creator because they were talking about Vonster or at Rise Again here, and I'm looking at it on my screen. And he wanted to work for the Rippaverse. Apparently, Vonster wanted to work for the Rippaverse.
right.
They didn't answer him, and he started changing his mind miraculously, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, this other person says, check these nuts. This is why you're mad. You found that people with disposable income don't want your shit. Oh noes, this means you're not gonna want my book with 3D assets, aka your book. This is talking to in response to Hero Darky Dark when he made his comment, right? So this is what Renown Zero puts, right? He says, no one wants your book in reference to Hero Darky Dark. I got it right here. At least he has a book out. Where's your book? Late and not out. That's crazy. And it shows Hero Darky Dark's relentlessly bullied hero #1, which I was looking at because Renown Zero was pushing it. Has a nice little cover. I like this cover actually. This is like this is the stuff that I don't like dealing with. Like honestly, that's the shit that like I said, I don't mind correcting people. Like how you gonna say nobody wants the book when people are buying it? You know what I'm saying? And it's these people are these people are small. And it's weird how these small-minded people are. Like that's the crazy part about it. We do have a question from the chat though. This is a divergent question. Fatal Crest asks, "Is that Mugen's real
Yes,
hair?"
it's my real.
Yes,
Yes, it's my real hair. I did a whole stream because my hair brings a lot of confusion to people or whatever like that. Like people always ask me in the comment sections, and I get a lot of racial questions too because people like, yo, like, what the fuck are you? Or I got black people coming in saying that I'm a sellout or whatever like that because I decided to wear my hair straight. Yeah, I want to be European so bad and stuff like that. So I get that in the comment section. But yeah, this is my real hair. My hair is really long. Black people come in all kinds of flavors and all kinds of shapes, sizes, and stuff like that. Yes, I have long hair. My brothers, they had long hair. They got their, the hair started receding and stuff like that. I favorite my mom's side because my mom got a lot long natural hair as well. So I more so get some on my mom's side. But yeah, I did a whole video on it. Also, I did a stream and showed the hairspray that I use and everything. All I do is just wash it, I blow dry it, and I use a straightening comb and hair straightener and just straighten it and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say my ancestry. I'm Nigerian, Portuguese, and I have some Amazonian, indigenous, in me as well. So I guess if that matters for something. But other than that, this is all me.
He says it's all him,
me, man.
It's all him.
Yep.
He's not the artist of the book. So the picture he showed was a drawing. Hero Darky Dark drew the practice drawing. It wasn't the artist of the book. Right, I remember that. Hey, no, Fatal Crest. Yeah, hey, nothing wrong. Mugen says Mugen has a stand as well, right? So there's a running joke. There's a running joke on me that Master Hobo uses it. He was like, that was like my stand. I kind of went into the joke. I said, if I had a stand, my stand's probably would be common sense. But if you had a stand in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, what would your stand power be?
Damn, I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have the next time I get on the podcast, I'll probably have an answer. That's a good
one. Okay, we'll have him figure that one out. So that's a good question. Oh, I gotta answer this question. This was a question that Fatal Crest asked a while back, and I'm asking it now because I have to refresh. He says, so the question was when were you gonna throw me some bread if I were to if you was gonna throw me a check if I were to review your book?
Throw you a check for review my book.
Yeah, I'm like, I was like, hey, I mean, I'm not. If you do, you do. You don't. Hey, I know. I'm not. Hey, I do it because I want to, dog. Like that's what I said. If you want to bless a brother, you feel me? Hey, that's literally what I be telling people at my job when they be like when they ask for they ask for like they'll ask for a request and they be like, how much do I owe you? Like how much you want to tip? I was like, man, whatever you want to bless me with. Like, look, man.
I don't want to influence nobody. Like I said, like I'm all for the criticism. Like if people think my shit is shit, that's totally fine. Like you're allowed to have your opinion and stuff. This is my first time actually writing, so this is also a learning experience. I'm learning as I put this stuff out and stuff. So I'm all welcome for criticism and stuff like that. So you don't gotta worry about me being all I guess you would say like can't take criticism and everything. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, exactly.
And everything. I want influencing people.
No, that's all right. Like I said, you still pay me and I'll still be critical of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm serious. I keep it 100 just like that. I'm like, look, I don't care if you pay me or not.
Yeah, because some people was asking me to review it, the Yaira, and people say you better be fucking honest if you do review it and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, when haven't I never been honest? I'm always honest. Like I'm always like I keep it real. Matter of fact, the reason why I don't get a lot of promotional stuff because ever since I first got my free 16,000 subscribers, I started getting like a lot of like hit ups from companies to review products and stuff like that. And even now at 23,000 subscribers, I'm getting a lot of products and stuff like that, or people hit me up. And the reason why I haven't gotten a lot of them because like I'm telling them that I'm straight up. I'm going to tell you the honest truth if this shit is ass or not. Because my integrity comes first. You know what I'm saying? I like no amount of money or anything or whatever. Because I used to get a lot of companies would hit me up to try out certain games or certain demos, and I'm always careful when they want me to do a product or whatever like that. They always tell me before you upload the video, we need to check it first. What the fuck you need to check my video for? Because
Right,
they want to
right.
check and see. They want to check and see what the fuck you saying. If they don't like it, they'll probably they'll tell you to change something or not to upload it at all. Then
Right.
you're not getting an honest. You're not getting an
You're not
honest
honest.
opinion
Yeah,
from
you're
me.
not getting honest
So
opinion.
yeah.
Yeah, you're getting
So
yeah,
I
you're getting some fake fugazi shit. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So I don't when they the moment they tell me that, I don't even reply back because then I say, okay, you only want me to say something, positive and shit like that. If it's something negative, then you ain't gonna want me to say it. So yes, I'm an honest, straight up dude. Like
Yeah.
I'll tell you if not, if Yaira is good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Or if it's all right, it's all right. You're going to know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
exactly.
had a lot of
Fair.
people getting on my case. You better be honest about this. And then I said, yo, don't
No,
bring that energy over here.
I bet you
Do
the
not.
same. I bet you the people that were getting mad that were saying that were probably look. You got to go look at the people who were saying it. Then it didn't realize who's saying it because a lot of times it's probably the ones that been, the ones that be sitting there watching and shit, and they be
Mm-hmm.
sitting there hate watching, and if you say anything positive about it, they're gonna start going for you. Like, no, fuck you, like that. Eat a
Well,
dick. But no, I appreciate you coming in, MugenLord. We gonna
oh,
talk
no
some more.
problem.
We gonna definitely talk some more because
Oh
next
yeah,
time.
no problem, man. Like I said, I try to I'm trying to hit everybody up. Like I said, it's good to podcast with me now because I have that much faith that I'm gonna blow up to be a
Yeah,
big YouTuber and
get him.
blow up
Same.
big things. So you better grab me now because
Right, the
once
price is about to
told
go
you
up.
no. The thing is, if you got me now, when I do blow up, you will always have access to me.
Hey,
Everybody else, you ain't gonna get that same opportunity or whatever like that because you
yeah,
rejected me or whatever like that.
yeah,
So when I do blow up, since you brought me on, you will always have access to me.
respect,
You
bro.
will always have access. I've been saying
Respect.
it to Cassie, everybody. When
Yeah,
I blow up, you will always have access to me because y'all allowed me to get on your platform. Y'all gave me a chance. Y'all
yeah,
talk with me and stuff. Because there's a lot of other people I've been trying to collab with.
yeah,
They would either flat out ignore my message or
yeah,
whatever like that and don't answer me or whatever,
yeah.
or they contact me the moment they start seeing something that I'm popping
Right,
off
pop it up.
like that. So no,
Yeah.
like no,
Hey,
fuck
hey,
that.
man, I just want to tell you. I just want to
No,
tell
fuck
you,
that.
man. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Stay over there.
Yeah, and I understand. I understand that some of my stuff is controversial because this culture war stuff, and a lot of
Yeah.
people don't want to be associated with that stuff because I'm a controversial person. So I understand some people don't want to bring that type of energy or in their direction because they had me on the platform. Now, so they think people start attacking them because they think they agree with me and stuff like that, and
No,
that shouldn't be the
it's
case.
just common
You know what
sense
I'm saying?
conversation, bro. Like we've had a
Yeah,
common, like we agree on a lot of stuff, sure, but there are certain things that we kind of differ on, and like yeah,
yeah.
we're actually more in common than I thought, really. And when it
Hmm.
comes down to it, like the only difference is, like I said, I'm on the lighter end of the sex work spectrum
Yeah,
because, like I said, I'm on the more business side of it, really, if you
yeah,
look at it. And like I said, I am
yeah,
working on the business that's gonna be, like I said, I'll actually hit you, like if you'll stay on afterwards, I'll hit you up
yeah,
about that. And like I said,
yeah,
I
yeah,
want to know your thoughts on something. But
okay.
yeah, and like even Renown Zero disagrees with me with sex work being, sex work isn't real work. He says that's something we disagree on. Hey, and that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just respect. Yeah, allegedly that's what they tell us. No, man, if me and Hobo, if me and Mugen switch hairstyles, I don't know, man. I don't think I look right with long hair, dog. I can't do
Yeah,
it. Now,
yeah, I would be
fun fact before we get up out of here. Fun fact before
right.
when I had my braids, I had braids at one point, but when I
Hmm.
first started having braids, it was not long enough, right?
Hmm.
Barely not long enough. So what my mom did was she bought like some extensions. She bought weave. Like I
Hmm.
had like first time I had braids in my head, I
Hmm.
had weave in my head, partially weave. Most of it was my
Yeah.
head, but to make it a little bit longer, I had
Hmm.
my hair along with the extensions and stuff.
Right.
Whew. Now I understood how the black women felt when they was sitting there patting the back of their head and shit. Well, that shit,
Oh yeah, no, bro.
that
'Cause I
ooh,
like it. Exactly. I had cornrow. Like when I first started, I had the cornrows or whatever like that, and
yeah,
then I had the individuals. And yeah, I used to go like this all the time. I used to see black women go like this and shit like that. I used to
yeah,
go like that all the time, or always be scratching, or I got like a pick and be scratching in between the scalp and stuff like
yeah,
that. I said, damn, now I understand this shit what black women be going through. But
yeah.
yeah, I start like even right now, like when once water get to my hair poof. Like
Yeah,
right now, my fro is this big. My fro is this big. Once you let the water get to it, and
yeah.
I pick it out. My fro is like up the hair. It's like really really big and stuff like that. People say wear it like that. No, I can't wear it like that. That shit like would get caught. shit would fall in, shit would get caught up and stuff. And I won't be able to like put a hoodie on and stuff like that. So no, I can't wear it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, first I started out with cornrows, and then I did individuals, and I would wear a fro when my fro was nice and small or like that. And then once my hair actually started growing out, and what inspired me to grow my hair was Future Trunks with the tank top, with the black tank top. And this is during the time I started going to the gym when I went to college in 2005.
Yeah.
And I started wearing the black wife beater and stuff with the black sweatpants. And then I used to love Future Trunks with the long hair. And I said, yo, I wonder what I'll look like looking like that. Like that's what really got me to do the long hair thing and stuff like that. Everybody will be, you know, like I said, most of my detractors say you just trying to look white. I don't understand that, but oh well. But yeah, no, but Trunks looks so badass. Future Trunks is so badass. So I was like, yo, I want to see what my hair looks like. Yeah. So and my mom was a hairstylist, you know, and stuff like that. So my mom used to do my dad's hair because my dad got the dreadlocks. My dad got the cornrows first, then with the individuals, then eventually got dreadlocks. But yeah, then my mom's a hairstylist. So my mom said, yeah, baby, try it, do something different. Like I'll straighten and everything. So my mom used to do the treatments, like straighten it, wash it, and stuff, and take care of it, and everything. And that's what got me. Cause my hair used to be almost down to my butt. Yeah. But I didn't take care of it at that time when I was younger. You know, there's a lot of hard work taking care of long hair and stuff. So my hair started breaking. My ends got bad, and it's going through the rest of my hair. So they had to cut a good chunk of it off, and I had to regrow it again and stuff like that. So now it's finally down to hair again, or whatever like that. Well, my hair I'm getting sweaty, so my hair. But yeah, it's down to hair now again. So yeah, I've been growing it for a very, very long time. I love it. I take care of my hair, and then now my daughter, she helps with my hair and stuff like that too. Did you get any? Wait, hold up, my artist just hit me up.
The artist hit him up. Yep, but yeah, there's the LG with the cornrows braids. I would have loved to see it, man. That was a time, boy. I tell you what, that was crazy. It wasn't too bad. Like I had the fro and everything, man. I used to have my mom used to do the one thing with the hot comb. Oh boy. That shit, boy. My mom nicked my ear one time with that hot comb. I remember I was sweating the entire time.
Bro, no shit, man. Them hot combs,
bro. Like, my mom nicked my ear one time, and I remember I was sitting there sweating the entire time. I was sweating so bad. By the time she got done, my entire shirt was wet. I was like, "Fuck, I'm done. Yeah, bro. I can't."
And right now, the longer the hair, man, the longer, because now it takes me like to actually get it. Like it takes me like 4 hours to get the straight, to get everything done to my hair, like 4 to 5 hours, because I got so much hair. My hair is thick right now. My hair like it looks so thin and stuff like that because it's been straightened. But when my hair starts to get older, like you know, when the heat start to get to it, start to thicken back out again. So yeah, I have to get it parted because my college friends, these two black chicks that I went to college with, they live in Philly too. Even though we graduated, we still keep in contact. We close friends, so they take care of my hair. And I keep telling people, even in my video, if you're trying to get long hair, especially if you're black and stuff like that, you need a dedicated hairstylist, because what happens is your hair conforms to the way that person does your hair. It lays a certain way based on how they do your hair and stuff. So my hair is trained to her hair, to how she does my hair. So it lays a certain way because she trained my hair that way. Don't have so many people in your hair. Do not have too many people in your hair and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't trust too many people with my hair. I believe
exactly, that too. But yeah, she only does my hair, and then my daughter's my secondary person. Especially if I can't get to her, my daughter would handle my hair and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, she parts my hair. She put in all these different pigtails. She has to section it because I got too much damn hair. There's so much hair. So she spends like 30 minutes sectioning my hair so she can get into the scalp and everything and get, you know, if there's flakes or dandruff or whatever like that, she gets all that out. And then she throws me underneath the sink, and then she has to shampoo it and everything. Then she leaves the shampoo in my hair for about 15 minutes. Then go back in, rinse it and stuff, throw the conditioner in my hair, then let the conditioner sit in my hair for like 30 minutes. So me and her would chat for 30 minutes while I was just sitting in my hair and stuff. And then she go back in there and rinse that out. And then that's what she has to blow dry it with the comb. And then she has to sit and blow dry for like another 30 minutes or whatever like that to make sure to get all the tangles out and everything. And then it's time for the hot comb. And that's where the torture comes in. Cause she has to get every hair. She has to section my hair into all these different parts And when I say she has to get the little hairs, my mom called the little hairs in the back of your neck
Yeah,
cooties.
yeah.
Which is yeah,
The cooties in the
little
back.
cooties. Yeah, the little hairs in the back. She even straightens that shit. And
Jeez.
when that hot cone, that heat gets to that shit, boy, I turn into a
Boy.
bitch. Man, I'm like, ah! That heat gets to my back of my neck. But yeah, she gets that.
Boy.
And she gets it every part. She gets it, and then even my sideburns got hair. I had to remind her. I said, "Yo, that's my sideburns, and not my hair. I have to cut that."
Yeah.
Even my sideburns got lymph,
Yeah.
and she be thinking it's my hair, and she be trying to straighten my sideburns. I said, "No, I gotta cut that." So she get my clippers, she cut my sideburns and stuff like that.
That's
And
crazy.
then and then once she does the hot comb, she ain't done yet. Now it's time for the flat iron. And that takes a whole another hour or so. It's a whole
Boy.
process. And then before you look up, it's like she spent like 4 or 5 hours on my hair just to get it silky straight, like really, really straight and shit like
Jeez.
that. Yeah.
Man, and that's
Mm-hmm.
every 2 weeks?
Oh no, I get it like once a month. My
Once a
daughter,
month? Okay.
once a month. My daughter, she does like the upkeep, and stuff like that. She upkeeps my hair and everything. And for those of you who are also curious, especially black folks and stuff, like we have dry scalp. And the thing is, you cannot lay on your hair. If you lay on your hair, you break your hair. That's why you got to put a bonnet on. Like when I get off this camera, I'll keep my hair out because it look good in front of everybody. But when I get off this camera, this bonnet go on my hair, so I'm walking around like somebody's aunt.
Auntie Mugen, Auntie Mugen.
I'm like somebody's aunt and shit like that. So yeah, I put this
too.
bonnet on my hair because then I'm allowed to lay on my hair. Because you're not allowed to lay on. If you lay on your hair, you break your hair. Black folks, our hair breaks really, really easy. We're not like white people and Asian people. You just lay on your straight fucking hair and shit like that. No, our hair actually breaks because our genetics and stuff. Like, and it gets really, really dry and everything. So you gotta keep your hair moist and you keep a bonnet on your hair and shit. Only time this bonnet comes off is when I'm going outdoors or I'm in front of the camera talking to you guys. That's the only time this bonnet comes off. But other than that, this bonnet is always on my fucking hair. It never comes to fuck off. And it also come off during sex because chicks like to run their hands and pull on my hair and shit like that.
Right. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Yeah.
Talk your shit. Talk it.
But yeah. So other than that, this shit stays on. And I walk around with a bonnet all day. This shit do not come to fuck off. A bonnet all day.
That's
so if you want to have good hair, keep that shit on your head or whatever like that. That's why my hair never gets dirty, even when I'm in the shower. Yeah, because I wash my hair like twice out of a month because my hair don't really get dirty because I'm always with this on my head. It never comes off, so shit never gets in my hair. So, because the thing is, since I only wash twice, my hair get longer. The longer you go without washing your hair, the longer your hair grows, or whatever like that. Because the thing is, when you constantly wash your hair, you wash all the natural oils out. That's what makes your hair grow. Yeah. If you constantly get in the shower washing your hair, you washing out all the impurities, all the nutrients. All the things that cause your hair to grow, you washing it out. You're not supposed to wash your hair every day or every other day. So I wash my hair about like 2 or maybe 3 times out of the month. But it hardly ever gets dirty because I have the bonnet on my head or whatever like that. Even when I'm in the shower, bonnet's on I got a shower bonnet. So it never gets wet or anything like that or whatever. So yeah, that's how my lymph gets. I got so much lymph and shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. That's Mugen's hair. MugenLord's hair kind of reminds me a small tad bit of Cat Williams and Crazy Bone. True that. You know what I'm saying I might need that. I might need to come talk. Look,
Because this thing, I would get attacked for my hair on YouTube by the pro-black community. You know, call me. I'm trying to be white. I'm trying to mimic Europeans and stuff. But y'all don't say shit about Snoop Dogg. Y'all don't say shit about Cat Williams and stuff. So why the fuck are y'all attacking me?
Right.
And then, like I said, a lot of it comes from jealousy and hate because they can't grow their hair out like that and shit like that and everything. So I understand where it's coming from, you know. So
it's fucking.
That's why I don't get too mad about it. Well, it just gets annoying after a while. Like, can y'all come up with something else?
Right. These people are weird though. But on that note, man, I just wanted to say appreciate you coming. We definitely will be talking more. We'll be getting more into gaming stuff and other stuff like that as well. But yeah, tell people where they can find you at, man. Let the people know.
Yeah. Like I said, my name is MugenLord. I'm a YouTube content creator. I cover video game news. I just started covering culture war stuff and everything like that. So you can go to my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/MugenLord. You can also, my Twitter is MugenLord as well. I'm also a 3D hentai animator. The name of my 3D hentai company is 3D Hentai Beauties. which you can go to that Twitter. The Twitter is, I think it's Foot Job Beauties. I think that's the name of my Twitter. If I can't remember the handle, if not, type in Xalas, which is XALAS. If you type in Xalas, you'll find me. Like that. So you can follow me there. I also have a 3D Hentai Beauties Patreon. I have a Clips for Sale store for 3D Hentai Beauties. If you just Google 3D Hentai Beauties, I will pop the fuck up. I also have a 3D Hentai Beauties website. I got a 3D Hentai Beauties website. I'll link you to it. I'll put it in Discord too.
Yeah,
so you can, if you want to check it out yourself or whatever. And also too, I hire people to do voice work for my 3D Hentai stuff, and you don't have to be a professional. All you need is a good mic. I hire both men and women. It does get weird. It gets strange because I got an archive full of sex sounds and dirty talk from women. But I also got that stuff from men. I click on it just to make sure it's correct, and then I just click off of it. I don't hear guys moaning and shit like that. But yeah, so I do hire guys and girls, and I do give you a script, and it's quick money. You can make some good money. If you're entry level, you can like 2 or 5 minutes of work, you can make a quick $40 for 5 minutes of just of just saying some lines. $40 for 5 minutes.
I know that
you want to make some money, and then as you get better,
where's Dark Riddler at? I know he up in here. I know Dark Riddler up in here because he does voice acting, and then I know he does that too.
Yeah. And like I said, like I said, you can make anywhere from $40 to $200 depending on what the project is, and all you do is providing a couple of minutes. Like you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how good you are and stuff like that, and that determines how much I pay you and stuff. I got my own prices and stuff, especially for entry level people and everything. But yeah, so if you like to do some voice work, and if you got ladies in there that wanted to do some quick voice work, and you got Audacity and a good microphone or whatever like that, like that's all the requirements that you need and stuff like that, and I can have you on my projects instantly. Get you a script and see what you can do with it and stuff. And it's very, very simple. And also, of course, got my comic book company, Beans Orion Comics. Like I said, my website and the YouTube channel don't launch until the fall. But all you gotta do is just go to my YouTube channel, because I'm gonna be announcing all that on my MugenLord YouTube channel, or go to my brothers Keo Lancer and DX Strike, which is Striking KOTs, which I gave LG the link to. You can just go there. So when I get close to the launch, it's gonna be plastered all over the website, so you won't be able to miss it and everything. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's everything you need to know. I enjoyed this stream, this podcast, and everything. It was fun. And just hit me up. Just hit me up if you want to do this again sometime. It was fun.
Indeed, man. Oh, we got a lot in common. We definitely are going to be talking, because I got something I want to see what you think about on something that we'll talk about that in a minute. 1 second, let me end stream here, and I'm going to don't go nowhere. Don't move.
Yeah.
Don't move. If you gotta put the bonnet on, but don't move.
Oh yeah, I'm just sending you the link to my hentai stuff too.
Got you. I got you.
Yeah. So if you want to share that stuff as well,
I got you.
For people who are interested,
I got you, big dog. For those who are interested.
And
there we go. We got that bad boy. Boom, and there we go. All right, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and stay right there, and I'm gonna deafen. I'm gonna deafen. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you for coming in. I definitely I can't thank y'all enough for coming. Let me see, where is it? There it goes. All right, appreciate you. Yeah. Hey, go for it. All you gotta do is reach out and ask, man. I appreciate everybody coming in. You feel me? Renown Zero, Fatal Crest, Master Hobo, Only One, KM, Common Misconceptions, Hero, Darky Dark Prince, where you at? Appreciate everybody. Always good to see y'all. I'll be catching you guys on the next time. Peace. And God bless. Don't go nowhere, yo. Well, actually, y'all do gotta go somewhere. I'm sorry. Y'all keep sub to the channel, okay? Just sub to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on all that good stuff. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Don't be a lame frog, okay? Don't be a lame frog, okay? And don't be a fraud. Don't be a frog. Remember that. Catch y'all the next time.
The Dynasty